Yeah. Cousin talk. Mike hot, bonnet on vibe set. Pull up on the timeline, group chat. She said, y'all ready, coming like say less. We came for a vice stage, for the mess. Laugh loud, make a point, then spin it. One clip, whole lap, talking in a minute. Face beat, edges laid, still chillin'. Real life, real talk, real feelings. Messy cousin say it with your chest. Turn the drama into jokes, yeah, we call that bless. If you press play once, you ain't getting rest. Cause the cousins in the comments do the rest. They go crazy. Messy cousin, we don't judge, we confess. Turn a heartbreak story to a group text. If you want the truth, gotta take it how it's dressed. Cousins in the comments do the rest. Big fan. She like, nah, friend, let's be for real. Whole chest screaming, that's exactly how I feel. Like, side eye sharp, but the heart still soft. Pray before we drag, then we log back on. 1 minute we kicking, next minute we heal. 1 minute it's petty, next minute it's real. Screenshot ready, receipts on deck. If kept in the story, they gon' get checked. Messy cousin say it with your chest. Turn the drama into jokes, yeah, we call that bless. If you press play once, you ain't getting rest. Cause the cousins in the comments do the rest. They go crazy. Messy cousin, we don't judge, we confess. Turn a heartbreak story to a group text. If you want the truth, gotta take it how it's dressed. Cousins in the comments do the rest, yeah. Tag your cousin, tag your sis, tag that one friend living for the clips. If you know, you know. If you don't, you'll learn. Once you in this chat, ain't no return. Messy cousin, say it with your chest. Turn the drama into jokes, yeah, we call it bless. If you press play once, you ain't getting rest. Cause the cousins in the comments do the rest. They go wild. Messy cousin, we don't judge, we confess. Turn a heartbreak story to a group text. If you want the truth, gotta take it how it's dressed. Cousins in the comments do the rest. Cousin, 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 cousin.
Well, good evening, cousins. How's everybody doing tonight? So we're gonna other people are supposed to be joining the panel, but I wanted to go ahead and get started so we will not be on here for the next 3-4 hours. So who all heard let's get right into it. So who all heard the recording from the beginning to the end? I did, Deb. I sent it to your email. Hold on. Calvin, I sent it to you. Check your email. Do it this way. Probably came up under my real email. I don't know. Let's see. Let's make a phone. So we'll give everybody a few minutes to come over. All right, nephew. Oh, shoot. Nephew, I don't know why I'm looking up your who is this? Jay Boogie.
Grace and peace.
Oh my goodness. Hey y'all.
Who got there? They beautiful. I don't think Dr. Dib can hear me. Hey, Dr. Dib.
Hey. Hey.
Oh.
I gotta
Okay.
keep it on the midst of taking a nap right now, but it's his birthday weekend. So I gotta, I might have to jump out of here.
Are you incognito today, huh?
Right, right, right.
Oh,
The fun has arrived.
tell Mr. We said happy birthday.
I let them know. We can't wake them up just yet.
No, whisper. So, y'all, it's been a whole shit show within the last 24 hours.
Ain't it? Ugh, I'm over stimulated to no end.
I'm just like, I don't even know. It's like, dang. But, things happen for a reason. So it needed to happen. It needed to happen. So shout out to Danny. Shout out to Hottie them for speaking their truth when it comes to Big Joe. So what are y'all thoughts about it before I start playing this recording?
What to do, cousins?
Hey, Yielded. So I want to know how y'all feel about if y'all heard the whole recording. How do y'all feel about it as of right now?
Yeah, I saw my government name all up in this dog on YouTube. I am so upset about that.
I don't care who that is.
I didn't even
Girl, you
notice.
think, girl, you can't. You gotta be anonymous.
Uh,
What in the world? I hope nobody clipped that.
it don't matter because I still got a doctor degree. They can look it up.
Cause I'm like, Lord, cause Joe said, folk be docking people. I don't know what docking is.
Well, he got
Dock
doctored.
my tag. He said they were docking folks in recording.
Yeah. So how y'all? What do y'all think about their
Well,
phone recording?
the whole thing is we. If anybody knows the history, we knew it was bound to happen. We just didn't know when, and we definitely didn't think it would be now. But the whole thing about it is, again, you can never. He always the victim. He always gonna put it off on somebody else. He always gonna have, well, I don't know what the problem is, and he's never gonna accept any accountability of his actions at all. Like it's just insane, and he swear that he is the creme of the creme, and it's just like you really need to be brought outside. I mean, and then like it shows what kind of person he is. If you attach yourself to him, he is a person who likes to not get information for you to really truly be a friend. He gets it, so he gathers receipts so he can put something on you if something ever goes down. What kind of person is that? You're not genuine in your heart at all. Disgusting individual. So yeah, it's fucked up.
And so the another main thing that came on because I know people are waiting for my ass to talk about this because they just want to know how I feel. When they said that Twin was the one that gathered gathered the information for Carlos, and Joe made the phone call in regards to the CPS. Now I went live earlier and I asked the chat. 98% of them said, I do. Well, all of them pretty much said they believed that she was behind it. What do y'all think?
Um,
Honest opinion. And we just talking. Let me tell you, I don't know who's guilty and who's not guilty. We're just
right.
talking, y'all. So,
Um, my take on before I get to our favorite distant cousin. I am questioning everybody's motivation at this point. Cousin. It's just asinine and just beyond me why people are recording phone conversations um of their so-called friend. I don't care if we have a disagreement. I don't care if we're not seeing eye to eye. Right. What would make you say, hey, I'm going to record you so I can have something to use against you later? To me, that doesn't read as we're friends, because if me and cousin have some type of relationship and we just having a conversation, there's nothing that will prompt me in my brain to say, hey, let me record this conversation, because I may or may not have to use what is being said or what's not being said against you at some point. So I want to know what would make you at that point want to say, hey, I'm going to record my friend and see what my friend got to say about this whole conversation. If y'all supposed to be friends, right? Y'all should be able on the back end hash out whatever you got going on and move on. And then we, the audience, should never know that you two are beefing. But I guess, this is social media. Everything is done on social media. Everything is done for the audience. So hey, let's do this for the audience. So I'm questioning it. It's like keep your friends closer and your enemies closer. It's more like keep your friends closer than your enemies, because if you're my friend and you're recording me, we're no longer friends.
Here's the thing. Your past speaks to your future.
Absolutely.
Whatever you have done, you have a track record. Your behavior precedes you. Like, if I ever had a conversation, well, I have had a conversation with somebody that I recorded, but it's because there's a trust issue there. I don't know you like that. And for what I've seen, you low down dirty sometimes. So I'm going to cover myself when I see that in somebody. Now, they clearly knew a side of him that told them, record this. Because the way he moves and the way he don't listen to us, he gonna twist this around on us like he's twisted other things on other people. So they know that. So ultimately, that wasn't really a friend. And so as to Cousin's question, what do I think? Here's my stance. I'm more likely to believe if there's two people and one of them got 10 apples of lies, and the other one there's one apple of an alleged lie. I'm a believe the one with the one apple alleged lie. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? I'll put it simpler. Jonah lied on so many people so much over and over and over and over. And he's been caught in these lies. He's lied on his own husband. He's lied on people in their face and said they didn't say this and they didn't say that. And most people are hearing that Joe told them these things. That's why they know it to be true. But why would you think somebody that lies all the time is telling you the truth? Now, I'm not here to say there isn't something funny in the water in Sylacauga, because the water seems like it's polluted. But what I am saying, if you held a gun to my head and asked me who I choose to believe or not believe, I'm going to side with the one with the less lies. And that's just my opinion. Until it can be proved otherwise, they both still up in the air. But if I had to put my money on the fight, I'm going to put my money with the person that has shown that they have lied less and maybe lied on one person or two. When you got another person who's lied on a array of people, we can go down the list. I was writing a personal list of how many people have been negatively impacting this person and lied on and backtracked on. It's long. It's really long. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, that list longer than a CVS receipt.
It is.
Or in this case, a Walgreens receipt. Oh, no, it is CBS, isn't it? Oh, never
Yes,
mind.
That's CVS.
CBS.
Oh. So here's my question though. So why are we really mad when why are they really mad when Joe says that they were never friends? Did you really think that y'all were friends, or that you were gonna be different than anybody else that he fell out with?
I think what it is that they actually believe that it was a true friendship, right? If I've been talking to you for the last 2-3 years, and I think it really was a friendship. But one thing I noticed today during the conversation, I'm going to play it. when Heidi said, only thing we wanted you to do was to clear it up that we did not do any of these things. And I want y'all to just think, right? Joe was silent and didn't say nothing. Moved on to something else. And then last night when they played the recording and when Heidi them, they brought it up again, Joe went to trying to talk about the recording. Never answered the question.
Never.
So it's like he would have people thinking, he was okay with people thinking that Heidi then was behind whatever. He was okay with that because it got him out the fire. As long as they were getting blamed, as long as people were coming to them and say, hey, you did this, you did that, he was okay with that. Y'all agree or y'all disagree? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I agree.
No, I wholly agree.
I agree.
Agreed.
His attachment, he knew that that they had an issue with Hillary. That's what it boils down to. Joe always attaches himself to what he can benefit from. They were never seen in his eyesight other than an ally and their own line security. Because of, if they hated Hillary and I hate Hillary, I'm going to join forces with them, and then I'm going to go from there.
Now, so with that being said, now we have this other situation of the CPS. As long, because remember, when nobody's saying Joe's name, it's been Twin the whole time. I just want y'all to think about this before I'm about to play the recording. Everything was good until Heidi them said, he called them. She helped, he called. But as long as she was in the front, oh shit. Sorry. As long as she was in the front, it was good. It just repeated behaviors with just different people, different scenarios. But as long as he is not in the front of anything that's happening, he is okay with whoever getting crucified for it. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
As long as he cannot have any, as long as it exactly, Nate, as long as it don't come back to him, he is okay. Him and Heidi them been friends for the last couple of years or whatever. He want to go talking about, well, you remember in January when I caught, it's June, nigga. You talking about it now? If you felt like you was being recorded in January, why you didn't have a conversation with your friends then?
Deflection.
Yeah, I mean, he can never take accountability for anything that he does. He's always
not gonna take
he always going
accountability.
to deflect. He always deflect. Like the whole conversation, all he did was deflect from one thing to the next thing. Never, when he brought it up, twice. He just said, "Okay, yeah, okay," and kept it fucking going. He never accepted accountability, but that's who he is. That is who he is.
Absolutely. So, so now you want to talk about the recording or whatever. My thing to Joe and Big Joe, I hope you listening. If Twin helped you, stand on it. Stand on it. You're the only one that can put her out there. If this is true, put her out there. That's my thing. If she told you what to do, the scheme that was set up by Ty, the CVS or whatever, Big Joe, stand on it. And I want to hear it from you, Big Joe. Not no third party, nothing else. From you. If she did it, stand on that shit. Because if somebody helped me with something and I'm getting caught up, and if I said that they helped me with it, I'm gonna stand on it. So if she did it, Joe, stand on it. I mean, you don't have no friends anyway, so what you gonna lose? Am I wrong? He said he don't have no friends.
Right. So hey, take it to hell.
So
Right.
what you? So take it to hell, Big Joe. Take it to hell. Take it to hell. Let the Lord use you. In other words, let the Lord use you. If she's not your friend, if y'all are beefing and she helped you with all this stuff, Big Joe, get your 7'8" ass up, stand on this shit. And that's all I gotta say about it. Let's go into the conversation with him and his friends. And shout out to Danny and Hottie, to the Hottie crew.
Okay, I don't know how to really put this.
Are y'all able to hear?
It's just the whole, I guess you went live the other day.
Can y'all hear?
Yeah, I could hear it.
Okay.
Quite a few choice words to say. And my main focus of the conversation here was when you said something along the lines of you don't have no real friends, and that shit kind of made me feel away. So why are y'all letting this social media stuff get to y'all? Y'all know exactly. See, but the thing you gotta
stop it right there. Why are y'all letting this social media stuff get to y'all? These girls been in the trenches for the last few years.
Defended him.
But even like in their own situation or whatever. So why all of a sudden they will let social media get to them? Think
You
about
know
it.
what? That's true, because there's been so many times that people have said Joe did this, Joe wrong, Joe this. There was evidence of him being wrong, but they still didn't get influenced by that.
Right. Right
They
there.
did their own thing.
And they
So
Exactly.
why?
stood, and they stood 10 toes down.
And so what's different now?
Okay, I'll continue.
This also comes from somebody who takes social media too hard themselves. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, because
So how can
every day he's addressing social media. Every day.
bam?
Thank you, Wayne, for the stupid that. I'm gonna continue.
I'm sorry, I got the commentary doing this. It's not that people are allowing social media to get to them. You don't understand the back. We can't sit in our own. There's no accountability. I know, but y'all had told me to stop mentioning y'all, stuff, and don't put y'all in stuff like that. So I don't say nothing about you and Danny. I mean, you and Taylor, no more on my lines and stuff due to respect, because y'all told me, don't do it or nothing, because it's making y'all feel bad, stuff like that. But that's why I don't include y'all in the stuff when I be saying stuff about things. And I get that part, but this is the specific part I'm talking about. Because when you said that you don't have no real friends, how many people that bombarded us with this shit? About y'all? Yeah, saying that, not claiming y'all as friends, now to say y'all fake friends, all types of stuff. And that's the part that I feel some type of way about. Because honestly speaking, you and Ross's situation, that's y'all situation. I don't have nothing to do with that. Mm-hmm.
And when
Silence.
Danny said,
fabulous.
That has nothing to do with me. The situation between you and Rasta has nothing to do with me. The nigga just sat there and it was in silence and said, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, is it registering what she's saying to him? Is it landing?
She's
Is it?
not speaking a foreign language. It was clear. It was simple. It was plain. Why would you say that?
He's listening to respond. I don't think he's processing what she's actually saying.
He heard her. Y'all not go downplay that he heard exactly what she said.
Right, Dad. He heard it, but is he comprehending?
He understood exactly what she said. Y'all, he ain't that dumb. What he was trying to do is figure out how I can twist this up and not respond and answer the question.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
And
that makes sense.
we finna see that in a second.
Hold that thought. I was just about to say, hold that thought. Let's continue.
And he has nothing to fucking say. You done brought up a whole issue. He has nothing to fucking say.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Y'all tell me one thing, and then when I do it, then you tell me something totally different.
But that's not doing that, though, now. That's not doing
But I don't want no, I don't want, just like I told you, I don't want to put y'all into my stuff because I don't want nobody coming to attack y'all about things and stuff that I'm saying. That's why I said I was done.
Attack who?
And attack for what?
Who gonna attack Hottie them? Let's just be real.
And can't they defend themselves?
It's not attack. It's for what though? Cause all you gotta say is the only friends I got are Hottie or Danny, Andrew, whoever.
Right.
You're not putting them in nothing. Everybody already know that.
Right.
So that's just a mind manipulation tactic.
Is he saying that every time he mentions their name, we the audience are going to go attack them because he mentioned their name?
And that's
Right.
not what happens. That is not what happens.
But who gonna go over there and walk in the lion's den with them like that?
Let's
just be honest.
I think I asked him over there.
But here's the thing: everybody know. It's not like Hottie don't say it all the time. That's my friend. That's my friend.
We
He
know
says
that
it all the time. So for you to go on live and say I don't have any real friends, and this girl that sat up here and said that you're her friend.
Thank you.
That's a slap in my face.
And they have showed that they're friends because they go 10 toes down for him. It's not reciprocated.
Everybody just walked away from being even in that area. Like, so nobody was over there because of that. Like, come on now.
I'll continue. Thank you for the super chat, Hottie.
And the only two friends I got is Kayla and Danny. Then they would attack y'all and say, okay, yeah, them are the people that keep docking us and finding information about. I didn't want to put y'all name, involve y'all name in anything, you know. But that's what I said. When I was saying I don't have no real friends, I was talking about when they was telling me about Rasta Ray, Trinidad.
Hold on, I got to back it up.
Thing, and then when I do it, then you tell me something totally different.
But that's not doing that, though, now. That's not doing
that. I don't want, just like I told you, I don't want to put y'all into my stuff because I don't want nobody coming to attack y'all about things and stuff that I'm saying. That's why I said I was done mentioning y'all's name. And I was just saying, when somebody say something about me, just don't say nothing about it. Because if I would have got on that thing, yes, I got some friends, and the only two friends I got is Kayla and Danny. Then this would attack y'all and say, okay, yeah, them are the people that keep docking us and finding information about. I didn't want to put y'all name, involve y'all name in anything.
So he didn't want to mention. He did not want to say that Hottie and Danny are his friends because people was going to say, oh, those are the people that has been doxing us and finding out information. And he did not want to put them in his stuff.
Be honest. That's what people said before all of this even happened.
Yeah, people were saying that. But I'm just saying, listen to what he said. I don't want to put y'all in my stuff. Why would you say that if you ain't did nothing? What stuff is there to put people when you haven't did anything, Big Joe? But I'll let him finish.
No, but that's what I said. When I was saying I don't have no real friends, I was talking about what they were telling me about Rasta Ray, Trinidad, and I was reading comments telling them those are not my friends. I said friends don't do stuff like that to y'all that people that they did to me.
Cousin, he lying. He lying. He lying. He was not reading comments.
Like, no, them people are not my friends. They deserve a conversation for you. I said, they don't deserve anything. I said, I don't have no friends out there like that. I said, because if they was any real friends to me, they wouldn't have did what they did and try to dash y'all on social media. They would have called me because they got my telephone on. Those are the people I was talking about a friend. I wasn't talking about you or Kayla or Mr. Andrews or all the other people that got my back. I was specifically talking about Carlos, because they were trying to say Carlos was a friend of mine because we worked together. 29 was a friend of mine, and Rasta Ray was a friend of mine. I said those was never my friends. Because if they were my friends, they would have did what they did to me on social media.
Okay, let's stop it. What did Rasta 29? We're not even going to include Carlos because that was a business relationship, right? So what was it that Rasta and 29 did about Joe? I think with Twin and Rasta, this is my opinion, when they came over to the cousins panel, that's where it started.
And cousin, whoever thought that Carlos and Joe were friends? Nobody never said that. Who said they were ever? We never mistook that y'all was friends. We knew they weren't friends.
Right. It was a business relationship with them.
Joe thought that they was friends.
I mean, he was calling Carlos all times in the morning before he go teach class.
So even, and just think about it, because as when they came on the panel, when they first started coming over to the panel, both of them, Rasta and Twin, would never speak about Joe's personal business. They kept it like, no, I'm not going to answer that. No, like they kept it moving. They kept it 100, in my opinion. And I think that was a friend because it wasn't about bashing him. They didn't never come over there to bash him and talk bad about him.
No.
The only time that we got Twin to tell her truth is when she said, when she looked at him and saw him and said, you know, this is one, y'all know the story. And that's how she put him on social media.
Okay, please.
But I'm just saying, but as a friend, they never came on a panel that I know of. And y'all correct me if I'm wrong, Chad.
They haven't.
And said anything bad about him.
Okay, my question is this. He just said they're not his friends, but wasn't it, I don't know who said it. People were saying that him and Joe, Twin and Joe still talk. So if he's telling them that he's not their friend, then what's that dynamic? I'm confused.
I am too, dog.
I don't know. Let's listen.
But that ain't what friends do. So by me saying about a real friend and all that other stuff, I wasn't involved in y'all. I don't want to involve y'all in none of my stuff because they're gonna come and they're going to attack y'all. We're gonna face you. And we know that's what they're gonna do. If I would have mentioned I said yes.
And we know that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna come over there and attack y'all. Once again, who in the hell is going over to Hottie Crew panel to attack them or in their chat to attack them?
And even if they did, they can handle their own.
Exactly.
How you gonna attack them on their own panel?
That part. Because they're gonna shut it down.
Real fast. Real fast. So
they're gonna get them up out of there
quickly. You
and
have to be up on there being disrespectful to nobody on their panel. You're gonna get shut down, and then after you get shut down, you're gonna get dog walked. So nobody's doing that.
Exactly. I'll continue.
I mean, that might have been a few people who thought they could, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, they ain't get too far with it. I'm gonna let it continue.
Kayla and then they would have been on y'all talking that crazy stuff again.
From what I could tell, from just honestly speaking, from what I could tell, that shit still has never stopped.
You said it what?
It's never stopped.
What?
With the people keep coming at us, doing this and doing that, saying this and saying that, that shit never stopped.
Yeah. But that's the thing about it is, like I said, after a while, it's gonna die down. You know, if y'all, like I said, if y'all stop mentioning me, I stop mentioning y'all, then what they gonna say then is we ain't cool, we ain't friends. And then,
So it's gonna die down.
Yeah.
Y'all stop mentioning me, which when they over there talking, they just talking, right? So y'all stop mentioning me. All this gonna die down. Joe don't want shit to die down. He did not want it to. He didn't want nothing to die down.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Because as long as his name is being said, as long as he being talked about, he is good with that, because in his mind, he feel like he's staying relevant. But he's talking to his friends. He couldn't be my friend. I would have cussed that motherfucker. I'm never gonna play.
Don't stop involving y'all in certain situations. They don't have to know what we got going on and what we talk about and what kind of basis we talk on the telephone with. That ain't none of their business.
I don't tell them motherfuckers nothing I talk about on the phone. I really don't care that much. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit because it don't have anything to do with it. But I just, like I said, I only felt the way for real. Only on the part when you said you didn't have no real friends. And this is just my advice to you as your friend. Don't even say nothing about this girl, Rasta, anymore. Let her carry on with whatever she gonna carry on. If y'all can't have a conversation, because she said she asked for a conversation, if that can't happen, you just go on about your way and let her do whatever it is she's doing.
And that's how I look at the whole situation. Like, I don't care about what she got going on. I don't care what she mad about. Just like I said, me and Kayla had the conversation on the telephone.
He don't care about what she said. He don't care about what she got going on. He don't care. But let me tell you what this man, how he lies so much. This is why I have to sit on the fence about this whole everything that's have transpired. Do y'all remember the day Joe Page got banned from TikTok? Y'all remember that?
Which time?
No, the last time. Well,
Yeah.
the last time. You know,
Oh, the final one? Okay. Yeah.
when he was going off, about Jesse he was coming after Jesse the Troll, when he was talking about the other lady, about her, like he went in on her. So y'all remember that, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he went live before his page got took, he was talking to Danny, and when he was telling her what was going on, he lied and said that Tasha was calling them all kind of bees. Am I lying? Danny said, "No, Joe, don't do that." This is what Joe do. He sat there and he was about to lie to his friend to try to put them into something that had absolutely nothing to do with them. And Tasha did not disrespect them. She said millions. She did not call them out their name. But that's what he was about to put out. That's what he was about to ride with until Danny stopped him.
And he did do it earlier today too.
Exactly. I'm going to carry on. And this is, y'all, I promise y'all, I'm not saying anything. I'm just, because I'm familiar with that story, that's why I'm talking about it. Okay. So let me continue on.
about that, about the Hillary want to have a sit down conversation with me. I was talking about Hillary. We would never have, but Ross Ray the same too. But I didn't miss it. It wasn't about Ross Ray. It was about
so that's what got the girl upset, and they saying you said it was about her. Well, you didn't say it was about her, but I guess she assumed that you was talking about her.
Assumed that I was talking about her. And that's why Kayla said that she understands the situation because she knew exactly who I was talking about. And, you know, like I said, I know who I was talking about, too. I just don't get no damn mention their damn names no more. But I don't be, like I said, I don't be wanting nobody to run to their page, especially my supporters, to go see what they damn talking about me. I don't mention none of their names. And Rasta, I haven't said nothing about Rasta in mine. I ain't said nothing about her, period. But I don't know why she keeps thinking that I'm thinking about her. I ain't thinking about that shit. And then again, my girlfriend, Keisha, the one I told Kayla that was going to call me, she called me this morning. And she was telling me about the Keisha and the other girlfriend, you know, the skinny one. And she was telling me, to call me this morning. She was telling me how wrong it was. But see, I didn't know that they got to fighting the last night about me.
Distraction.
Who business was that?
Distraction.
Nobody.
Let me still not answer the question at hand and talk about other things.
Yeah, he's
and
always
then tell her business.
They didn't ask for that. They like, who is Keisha? Then it said, who is Keisha? She don't even know who you're talking about. But then you go in and you start to tell their business.
And that's how you know that's a person that does that consistently with other people. When I'm in the hole, I'm gonna pull other people down in this hole with me.
When I'm in the hot seat.
And you know what's funny? He thought by telling them that they would sit here and suddenly forget what the conversation initially was about.
Right.
Absolutely.
That part.
You stupid.
Absolutely. They didn't ask about that. You go in and you say, you know, Ross, the other girlfriend, the skinny one, I didn't know they got the fighting last night about me. Nigga, who fighting over you?
For real.
I'll let it play.
I'm like, damn, I think it's that deep. Yeah, she come telling me that I'm still talking to you on the phone, all this. I haven't talked to Keisha in a couple of months, but I told Kayla.
I haven't talked to Keisha in a couple of months, but her and Rasta Ray just got into it because Keisha and Joe is talking all the time. But I haven't talked to Keisha in a couple of months, but they got into it because Rasta said she is talking to Joe all the time.
Which one is it?
That's why I love shit like this. Because when I take my time and I listen to this shit, I listen to it. Don't freaking try to play me with this BS. You just said you haven't talked to Keisha in months, but then her and Rasta was fighting the night before because Keisha is talking to you all the time. Come on, what is it?
And you don't talk to Rasta, so who would you have gotten that from?
He got it from Keisha because Keisha and Rasta were just fighting the night before, but he just said him and Keisha haven't talked in months.
I mean, sometimes two things can be true at the same time, but I don't think this is the case.
I'll let it play.
If they're doing good, she don't call me. I said, but when they started doing bad, then that's when she gave me a call. And that's what happened. They got into it and got the fight, and she gave me a call today. And I was just like, I don't, you know, like I told her, I would never have a conversation with Rick Rock. But by that being said, I tried to have, like I told Keisha, I said, you was there most time when I came to Ross Ray house, trying to talk to her, try to see what's going on with all this stuff. And I said, and what Ross to tell me? She told you ain't nothing going on, y'all cool. I said, she told me that both of them a dog. I said, she told me that both times. I said, and then after that, she went raining out on goddamn social media. She telling me she wasn't talking about me. She was talking about the producer guy. No, you was not talking about the people that was giving me your box was not talking about the producer guy.
How many times Rasta said that it was nothing against Joe and Snowline, that it was all about Nero, them, the people that was working with Joe?
She said it a couple times.
She
A
said
plethora of times.
it was never about, she didn't have no issue with Big Joe and Snowline. She said it was about the people that was working with Joe them.
I don't know them just like he did. And, you know, like I said, I don't know what that little girl problem. Like I said, as long as she don't come in my face. And then check this out.
Oh, now she's a little girl.
Not called Rasta. Keisha called 20 down to talk to 20 down about Rasta. Why is she talking to Rasta about her telling stuff about her. And she called Rasta. She like, I know, see, that's why I don't understand.
So now Keisha done called 20 dime. Now Keisha done called 20 dime.
No, I'm so sick of this.
Keisha done called 20 dime to tell 20 dime about, you know what, Joe, this is why this nigga make my head hurt. He make my head hurt.
Keisha, girl, you be doing a lot of moving, honey.
Keisha calling everybody.
Yeah.
Keisha calling everybody.
So Keisha is the problem.
Keisha the problem.
Dean, I think we found it. It ain't nobody. It ain't Donnie, Danny, it ain't Hottie, it ain't Joe. It's Keisha. Keisha to the front of the class. She got some explaining to do.
It's Keisha. Keisha done called Joe, and then she turned around and called 20 dime about the issue with Rasta and I guess their relationship. I don't know. Let's let this shit play. And I'll be right back. I'm gonna let it play for a few minutes. So if I miss something, y'all let me know. I'll be right back.
Not like that. I don't know why Rachel keep messing with Netta. She needs to leave now. I said, wait a minute. What did I say that? She said, yeah. She said she's the Rachel let them people get in her head. I was like, what did I say that? She's like, that's what put it down with there. I said, so I don't know what kind of leak she got them trying to pull it. I said, but she could never have a conversation with me ever again either. I'm done with her ass too. But
what people in Rasta head? What people? That's all I want to know. What people are in Rasta head?
But you trying to solve this. I said, these people, they falling out with each other. That's what it is. When I'm gonna be on that live and all this stuff go damn work, but they don't feel like that.
Oh, before I walk off, so she talking about us? Joe talking about us? 20 dime to fill out with us? 20 dime don't be on our live anymore? How would you know, Joe? And you don't have TikTok.
Did Twin fell out with us? Do we know this?
When have we? But wait a minute. Let me ask you this. When have I really been live on TikTok or over here? Think about it. When have I really been live?
You haven't.
The last month or so it's been here and there, right? Really ain't been too much of nothing. So she fell out with us. She haven't been on our lives or anything, Joe. How would you know that, Big Joe, if you don't watch us?
Maybe somebody told him.
Not even paying attention to how I move or what I've been doing since you want to say she haven't been on our lives, because you're talking about us.
Yeah.
You ain't talking about nobody else but us. So you saying that we fell out with 20 dime. Why should we fall out with anybody that hasn't allegedly, that we're not sure have done anything to us?
This is the first time we're hearing that we fell out with Twin.
Yeah. So, okay. I'll let it play. That nigga know he can lie. He couldn't be around my grandmama. Come on, let's throw him to shut the hell up.
I'm like, I can't be upset.
And we got the information. Every time I try to get up, I can't. We got the information that we needed out of her. Joe, what information that we need from Twin or anybody else about you over here on this platform? Because I have always been the one to say, I do not care about his what? Personal business. Only thing I cared about is what, and that I would talk. I'm not going to say care because I really don't be caring. But the only thing I would discuss is stuff that was on social media. So what is it that we had to get from her about you? You don't do shit.
And everybody ain't like you.
Yeah, you go to work. I mean, you don't work, but you sit at you in the trailer all day. You have Snowline outside playing in the dirt. You don't have nothing going where I feel that I need to talk to somebody to get information from them.
And he just be in that trailer playing with them emotional support placemats.
Exactly. So what is it that we had to get from Twin about you? Joe, I had a whole conversation with your relative for 3 hours. 3 hours. And I still kept that shit a buck and then come on here and tell everything. I gave bits and pieces and I left it at that.
Okay. Well, I
hey, we're glad you're here.
Release the files. Release it.
Release it. Let the
two,
Lord use it.
1, 2, 3. Release it.
All of them.
But when you think about it, what is it that we need to talk to Twin about in regards to Joe? It ain't shit to know about Joe.
And what's funny, he forgets. He sits at that table and tells all his
everything.
business. Oh, he told his own sister's business.
He forgot he told us he had gout.
Right. Oh, I told y'all that?
Right.
So it's like you tell your own business. Why would I need to go? And I don't care about your business. You are not important. You are nobody for me to sit up here and want to talk to. People come to me. Let's get that straight. And will sit here and sing like a bird. And the first thing I say, you got some receipts? And if they don't have no receipts, I'll brush it off. And still, if they do come with receipts, I throw little hints every now and then, but I don't be too in tune with it. Nigga, you ain't nobody. You ain't got shit going on for yourself. Who the fuck you think you are?
All of us can go to Piggly and get pick fives. Exactly. All of us can go to Walmart. What do you, sir, please?
We don't have to sit up here and buy gray ass meat and shit. Nigga, you go to the store every goddamn day. Don't even know how to shop. And that fucking meal that you cook with that damn Parmesan supposed to be chicken, nigga. If I was fucking Snowline, I would have slapped you in your face. There's no way I would have disrespected my husband with a damn meal like that. I'm gonna let it play because I'm getting pissed off. I'm getting pissed off thinking about that meal. That shit was terrible.
That shit looked like Lily had threw up.
I know, right?
And she was trying to make herself look good. But if I made y'all feel some type of way about the friendship thing, that was not my intent. That wasn't intentionally to be done. You know, y'all know what type of service we got going on that we're in. You know, if I say something, then I'm trying to protect what y'all got going on. Because like I tell y'all, I know y'all have told me several times how it comes at y'all and how they people come towards y'all and stuff. And I don't even want to involve y'all in it. That's why I'm saying y'all name. Okay.
That's why the call was made. That's why we call it.
Right, y'all adults now. But y'all didn't take the social media. Y'all do what people should have been doing a long time ago. If you got a problem or whatever, call the person and talk to them. That's the only way you're gonna resolve the issue.
Because I just feel like y'all situation was personal. And I just feel like if it was a chance, if I had a chance in the past to speak on it and say what you needed to say, then that should have been done, and that should have been the end of it. Now, as olive branches were extended and everything was said to be cool during the olive branch, then I just feel like it should have been cool, if that's what it was.
Yeah, it should have been cool. Or we could have parted ways in a good way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it should have been cool. So, should have been cool, or y'all should have parted ways, Big Joe? Thank y'all for the super chat. Which one? The shit he say is not making any sense.
But she took it down through there and not only to try to humiliate me, to bash me, try to make, you know, like I said, she got way more problems going on than anything I got going on. You know, just like I said, I still can call the house before they're like, hey, y'all.
He still can call who? Did y'all hear that? He said, I still can call the housing authority.
So he's done that before.
This coming from the man that needs help from other people to call CPS and all this and that. He just said, I could still call the housing authority.
But you do realize people could also call the SSI, right?
Oh, y'all didn't hear it. They said they didn't hear it. Let me run it back.
Olive branch, then I just feel like it should have been cool, if that's what it was.
Yeah, it should have been. Or we could have parted ways in a good way. You know what I'm saying? But she took it down through there and not only to try to humiliate me, to bash me, try to make, you know, like I said, she got way more problems going on than anything I got going on. You know, just like I said, I still can call the house before they're like, hey, y'all, she was working and y'all didn't know nothing about it. But like I keep saying, like, I didn't try to do all that.
Okay, people in the chat, what y'all got to say about that? Y'all heard that, right? He said he could have called the housing authority and tell them, hey, she's working.
I was trying to go for the low, but I can go for the low. You know, she going for the low, but
he can go for the low. He just said that. In case y'all missed that, he said he can go for the low. Thank you, Jen, for the super chat.
So I'm looking at the fact that two wrongs don't make a right, and then you know, hey, you know, who's to say what happened or what'll come out with me? You know what I'm saying? So I just be trying.
Now, who's to say what will come out with me? Who's to say what will come out with me? Only people that done dirt say shit like that.
Or currently doing that.
Who's to say what will come out with me?
He's not ashamed of any of the shit that he's done. That's why he can freely talk about the bullshit amongst his so-called friends, because he knows the shit that he does, and he knows that's why he's so freely able to talk about it. Oh yeah, I could have called the housing authority. I could have. Oh yeah, I could have. Oh, he knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he knows what he has done.
Does the IRS know about all the income? Okay, Joe.
No, they don't, because he has not filed taxes.
And another thing that's funny that I just kind of like, it just dawned upon me, which damn, I'm so pissed that it just dawned upon me because I feel like that nigga. But Joe was really sitting on this phone call telling them all of Ross's business in hopes that they would forget about what they were initially calling him for, thinking that they would spark up some type of beef so they could go on to try to embarrass Rasta.
I agree.
I think about that.
And
I know shit. It was them two goddamn butt. And and he was on there last night. Like I said, there he go. Where's your lawsuit at, man? You just, y'all, you acting like a big kid, big crybaby. And that's what Rachel said. That's what I said in my line today. I said, this girl was on there rapping and going off and, screaming and hollering and stuff. I said, I won. I said, because I took control. She don't control me. I control her. So
I took control. That's his problem. He want to be in control of everything. But since Danny them took control, the nigga been ghost. He want to be in control of everything. Funny. I took control. I won. No, you haven't.
There's not been a Joe sighting since. You have not seen that. There's not been a Yeti sighting since. Matter of fact, hold on one second. I'm about to hold on one second. Somebody send me a picture. Send me a picture of this nigga here. Send me a picture. Somebody send me a picture right now, please.
Tremaine, DM me your information. I need
he
your
was
email.
he was on his other page on YouTube today.
Yeah, he gonna have to DM me so I can send it to him.
So she can be mad all she wants to. Like I told Kayla. They said I had a heart attack without me knowing. They said I had a stroke without me knowing already.
They said he had a heart attack and a stroke without him knowing. Now, I heard of silent strokes. I've heard of silent strokes. But he didn't have a heart attack and a stroke without him knowing. And he's still here?
Somebody sending me a picture of Joe. I need the worst picture you can find.
Well, then you got 30 minutes?
I just need one picture. Just send one picture, somebody, really quick, please.
So he had a stroke and a heart attack without him knowing. Okay.
With no change.
People take me the fuck up out of here. I don't care. They can say whatever they want to say. It ain't gonna bother me. Because it ain't that deep and that serious for me to be getting an upgrade. When she's talking about, I'm a damn upgrade. Shut up, damn, you got that one.
Hold on, what happened? What you said?
He said upgrades. I never heard that word before, but okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He called you a big sissy crybaby.
His mem and his pappy.
Well,
They dead ass.
Carlos, why you say
that?
That kind of hard, man.
Ain't no scammer, baby. They're just selling the phone. That ain't because I needed the money. I just tell everybody how many iPhones I got and how many of them I got the same. So I don't need all of them. So I just don't put them in the goddamn Wi-Fi bag.
Would you talking about recycling phones?
Yeah.
Hold on one second, y'all.
iPhone 13. Oh, well, yeah. I didn't have one of them meet them. I got 217 and a 16. I don't need no 13, 14, and 12. I got rid of them. And in my drawer, I got some more I can go take to recycle too if I want to. But that don't mean I'm broke and I'm recycling. That's just I'm getting rid of. They don't want broke. You don't even got no damn job.
I'm not even thinking about taking no goddamn cell phone to no goddamn. Who the fuck thinking about taking a cell phone to a fucking vending machine?
My girl, she like I said, that girl she's a low life to me. Like I said, you try to put me on a low level, but you even lower than.
Who is a low life? He said they are a low life to him. Oh wow.
So you hang you. I mean, that's who you hang with because before, if they've been a low life, they've been a low life all their life, right? Or I mean, pretty much, right? And you've been hanging with them, so. But now it bothers you that they're low life. Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's a low life. Okay, Joe.
Did he move to Beverly? We didn't know it.
I guess so.
Yeah, I'm paying on a car. I got a car note, but I can afford it. We can afford two.
Somebody said Ross in here.
Plus insurance, and then we own 2 buildings in the day. You only got damn bills, and they looking for them to come repossess it from your damn house because you had a payday loan on. But I'm the broker. I'm not.
So he said that Rasta has a payday loan on her vehicle. What business is this when only thing they were talking about, Danny was talking about, is what he said about not having any friends. Now he done went into Rasta has a payday loan on her vehicle.
And Big Joe, even if she did have a payday loan on her vehicle, what does that matter? Because at least she did what she needed to do. Unlike you, who got bald tires on your vehicle and a back window with a garbage bag for a window, but you took a 9-hour field trip to get to Miami for 8 hours to come back for nothing. So, what? Man, go sit down somewhere.
Exactly. Why is it? And then why mention it to someone? You mention it to Danny them. They didn't ask you for that information. Don't give me information I don't ask for. They did not ask for the information, but you wanted to make sure that you said that Rasta had a payday loan out on her vehicle. Was it a title loan? Because a payday loan is when you write checks. I'm telling. Oh my gosh. Okay, this part is almost done.
This nigga don't even know what kind of loan he was fucking referring to.
You know that girl.
My bad, y'all. I think I went to texting somebody. Oh, I got the texting Rasta. Y'all gonna hear me.
Based off of defending you, it was more part of the disrespect they displayed to us and you as our friend. So we was really just saying stuff to be real about it. But my thing is, it's like, okay, somebody talk about Danny, I'm stepping up. And if she's not there, I'm saying. And even if she is there, I'm gonna say something. It's like the fact that we are so close and we done been through a lot of stuff. I just feel like sometimes you don't be a voice for us, like we voice for you, even though it's not even necessarily us treating nobody crazy.
And one thing, if you go over to Hottie Dem panel, they would say not too much on Joe. No, you're not going to talk about Joe over here. You're not going to do that over here. They will say that. But again, him being a real friend to them, you can see it was a one-sided friendship.
Hello. I think her phone went on me or something. I don't know. We're gonna be here for like 50 some odd more minutes. Yeah. She's still on the phone. I think she just muted because I know she was doing something for her son.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. My bad. I was basically trying to say that I just feel like sometimes you should, like, even if it's not, like, necessarily cussing nobody out for us and all that, we don't need that. We do enough of that as it is. It don't mean nothing. But for me, it just, you need to, like, be a friend overall to us like we are to you. And, like, you should say something. They really be coming down on us hard just off the relationship. I'm coming out here. Step off the relationship up. And it be real crazy stuff. It don't be no little small stuff. And my thing is, I don't need you to say nothing about us for your life. I don't need you to be up there. But do they have my life? Yes. But they don't have that person because you don't post live and bring people up. But they do in the chat and stuff. And they be going around spreading all these lies about us, doctor everybody on behalf of you and all the foolishness. Which I know you can't control that. Nobody can control what nobody else do as grown adults. But my thing is, I just feel like if we're friends and we really care for one another, I just feel like sometimes you should be our voice sometimes, if that makes sense. And it's not about saying to others, nothing like that. I don't see it in the comments.
He don't see it in the comments. He don't see it. Again, he don't see nothing. As if he don't go back and read his comments when he get off the live. I just want to throw that out there.
I look away, or nobody said nothing in the super chat about y'all. Them look real uncommented. I really see any other comment. I have to really get all the way close to the phone just to go read and go see. I don't see them saying nothing about you and Danny. If I see it, I say something.
Oh, now he dyslexic.
I don't see it. Like I said, that TikTok is a whole different story. You know, like I said, TikTok is just where I just don't feel like my mental is just there to even be on that site. And I tell everybody that I don't want to affiliate myself with TikTok. And like I said, I get on there every now and then or whatever with Charles, or I was getting on there with Charles. But it's just like every time I would get on there, it would make things like worse. So that's why I be telling him sometimes, don't even put me on. When you're online, don't even show my face on your TikTok. I don't even want to deal with it. Like that stuff went down at the damn nail salon that day about a month ago when they all had me all on camera and stuff, and people calling and shopping and stuff. I just see that's why I don't deal with TikTok. So TikTok take that to a whole nother level. And I understand where y'all coming from, but that TikTok shit, I be like, I don't even be on it. It's like I wouldn't know nothing about none of this stuff going on. If people don't inbox me or say something, if somebody inbox me or something, but that's one thing, nobody never inbox me and said nothing about y'all. Every time they inbox me, it's bad, it's always about me. So, and I don't even respond to that. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm like, but it don't matter. But these people are just these people. That's why I say I can't tell nobody what to do and stuff, but TikTok, I don't even think that deserves nobody to be on, because TikTok used to be something.
TikTok don't deserve nothing for nobody to be on. TikTok doesn't deserve for anybody to be on. That's what he just said. Cousins, I'm gonna need y'all to talk right quick while I do something. Oh shit. Mr. P, Yilda, y'all, I need about 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
We got you.
Cousin,
go ahead, Carlos. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're good.
Hold on, I'm about to show. Let me see this. Hold on.
New avatar alert?
No, all right. No, wait, no
that
cousin.
Girl, bingo.
Wait, no cousin to come back. Hold on. Y'all go ahead while cousin is.
No, that girl, you because why it says he's trying to convince them to get off TikTok. what you know that's the platform that they are on and they operate on, but you also know that's the platform you not on, and so you here again trying to move and control the narrative to try to influence. But you talk about we, the people, are influencing them. No, look at you trying to influence them. What you? Why you are so grabbed by the throat with TikTok, but TikTok doesn't even f with you, like, and that's why you so love with YouTube because you have mods over there that can block. But half the time, sometimes the mods don't even come on there. So your time on YouTube is no different than any other site. But this man, mm.
Yeah, I don't know what possesses Joe to think that he's the smartest person among the people that he's had interactions with. Either the bar is really in hell, or the bar is lower than hell. Because this nigga's stupid as fuck.
Stupid and ain't going nowhere, and doesn't see it. You are in a twilight zone, and you can't even wake up to see your life ain't progressed. You're not being better. There's no benefit for you being on any of these networks, and let alone everything you have touched. Everything. Can anybody in the chat, anybody on the panel, can y'all name one thing that has been long standing out of this time that they've been on? I'll wait.
The only thing
Yeah,
Joe can do that would be good is DIE, just complete heart failure, and yeah, that would be a blessing to the whole world if we don't got to see that pussy face motherfucker no more.
we know that the phones were that's project activities they committed with the phone. Yeah, but mm-mm. Here you are, and we are. I don't know how many minutes we are in the conversation, and you still have not acknowledged the person that has come to you. And as you say, oh, well, y'all, if people have a problem with me or there's a situation, then they should just come to me. Here, these ladies are coming to you and talking to you. My God, today. My God, today. Ooh.
In the arms of fly away. Joey Alexandra is missing. In the arms
I lost my train of thought.
Say, don't approach. Say, don't approach. If you see him, don't approach. Leave him where he at. Call the authorities. Call the authorities. Is that taco meat on his neck? Oh, Lord, what is that? So it's 376 people over here in Mods. How many likes do we have before we continue? I got to be like Big Joe. Make sure you like and alive.
Can we get some likes? Can we get some loves? I know we can share. I know y'all can tap that button.
Yeah, I know y'all can tap. Can I get some love in here? We don't have 127. only 133, and it's 383 people up in here, cousins. Y'all know we have not been on here in a while just to host a live like this. I think that we deserve some love. We need to go out and come back in, show some love to the cousins, because we got a night ahead of us.
Mm-mm-mm.
And that's just one part. This is half of the first recording.
Which he still has not acknowledged the issue.
Exactly. Hold up. Last seen June the 2nd, age 60s. Carlos, wait. Medical condition, suffers from heart failure, gout, and diabetes. Mods, when should we start back? Mods said we at 163. I'm gonna let my mods tell me when should we continue, mods.
If there is any missing information, please let me know so I can get it updated.
You forgot to post that mess.
I forgot to post who?
That mess.
Oh. All right, hold on.
Marcy, that person probably just low down his day on.
He got that mess. Who said they calling the game Warden? Wait. Oh my goodness. Where we at, mods, before we continue? Mods said we need to get to 200 likes and then we will continue the live. 378 people up in here. I think we should get to 200.
We always can go and leave a trail of sugar down there. You know, they'll come following the sugar.
Oh, we at 181. I think we can do 200.
Right.
Let's do 200. Let's get to 200 likes.
There's a new one up.
Okay.
I'm going to show that one.
Austin, Virginia. What's my girl Lala? She went in on him and Andrew today. she did not hold back. Katia, that's my girl. She did not hold back when it came to Big Joe and Mr. Andrew. Oh well, Andrew. I ain't calling him no Mr.
I'm about to say, please. He was doing with that.
We at 192. Tremaine, I sent it to you. Katia went in. She did not play. I said, look at Tupac, little sister.
Well, Andrew, they got a guest room if you need, you just want to go ahead and move on in.
All right, y'all. We at 192. We need 8 more likes. If y'all need to come out and go out and come back in, we at 199. Y'all let me know when we're at 200 and we will 200. All right, let's continue. And that's just to show y'all supporting the live, to let YouTube know that we are live over here, cousins. It's just support us. That's it. It's for free. And we just here to bring the truth.
Cousin.
Uh-huh.
You know what? Y'all go call Keisha. Keisha know where Joe at.
Oh, yeah. Call Keisha. Where is Keisha? Keisha know where Joe at. Keisha calls Joe all the time for their relationship advice.
I guess I'm a little late, or I don't. Nobody said nothing in the super chat about y'all. Don't look real comment that I really see. Any other comment I had to really get all the way close to the phone just to go read and go see. I don't see them saying nothing about you and Danny. If I see it, I say something.
Oh, now he dyslexic.
I don't see it. But I think that TikTok is a whole different story. You know, like I said, TikTok is just where I just don't feel like my mental is just there to even be on that site. And I tell everybody that I don't want to affiliate myself with TikTok. And like I said, I've been you know, with songs, I was getting on there with y'all, but it's just like every time I would get on there, it would make things like worse. I be telling them sometimes, don't even put me on. When you online, don't even show my face on your TikTok. I don't even want to deal with it. Because like this stuff went down at the damn nail salon that day about a month ago, when they all me all on cameras and stuff, and people calling shots and stuff. I said, see, that's why I don't deal with TikTok. So TikTok take things to a whole nother level. And I understand what y'all coming from, but that TikTok shit, I be like, I don't even be on it. It's like I wouldn't know nothing about none of this stuff that I don't. If people don't inbox me or say something, if somebody inbox me or something, but that's one thing. Nobody ever inbox me and said nothing about y'all. Every time they inbox me, it's bad. It's always about me. So, and I don't even respond to that. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. But it don't matter. But these people, that's why I tell you, I can't tell nobody what to do and stuff, but I'm TikTok. I don't even think that deserves nobody to be on, because TikTok used to be something good, something fun. That didn't turn that shit to something like devilish. Everybody was. Everybody. Trying to prove something and get their point across.
But it's fucked me though. Okay.
That just ain't my platform. I can't stand it.
How do you go from a friend saying I feel this some type of way by you saying that you don't have no real friends to TikTok is not my platform? What does that have to do with anything? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I don't get it. Like Danny voiced how she felt, and then here you go talking about TikTok is not your platform. All right, I'll continue.
Address the concerns that
I was the
brought
person
up.
that told Joe that y'all was on live talking about his job. I did it. Sure did.
I promise you, I ain't never seen nobody say that. I ain't never seen. I'm turning my head or something, or I just didn't see it, but I ain't never seen nobody say nothing about Taylor said this or Daddy said that or this or that. I ain't never seen it. Now it's different on TikTok now. If I go on TikTok, that's the damn place where it's at.
Yeah, I just want all of us to be on one accord. If we one big one sound, we all sound together. We all not sound together. Whatever the situation may have, I just don't like if it feel like one side is practice.
Yeah, I mean, if the defendant needs to be defended, yeah, I will, you know, but they just, you know, if they come across what's the name, hell yeah, I'm gonna say something about it. But I'm just not gonna let it slide because some of the shit just be a bunch of lies, you know what I'm saying? Well, not some of the shit, just not all of the shit be a bunch of lies, but they don't know shit. And then they try to make people say things. They try to make them, you know, to know something. Like, oh, Netta said this right here, that means that's true. Or they said this right here, so that means that's true. No, if I didn't say it out my mouth, that means ain't shit. Because I got to say it in order for it to be true.
He got to say it in order for it to be true. He has to say it in order for it to be true. If he's not saying it, it's not true. He has to say it in order for it to be true. If he's not saying it, it's not true. Think about that. This is how you know that we're dealing with somebody that is mentally challenged. Thank you to all the new members of the channel. You guys, I really appreciate it. And also thank you to the people who have sent a super chat.
See, that's why I said that TikTok shit. I just don't see it letting up. I just don't see it because that's other people making their money. And just like we discussed, if they stop talking about me, their money gone. But they're gonna go on. So they're not gonna stop. That's why I want to have a conversation with Hillary. So like somebody would get my thing telling me I need to have a conversation with this person, that person. Like, no, I do not. Have y'all been on TikTok? I tried to have a conversation with them goddamn people. I only resolved one issue with somebody, and that was that's the only person an issue got resolved with. And nobody else, everybody else was on that same bullshit. Want to cluck and talk shit. Because what it was, they couldn't tell me what I did to them. They can only tell me what I say on my life. They can't tell me what I did to them.
But I ain't never get no answer though.
And that's getting cussed out all over again. So just like I said, I don't think that a conversation being held with none of them is going to help the problem. They're going to keep doing it.
The problem, Danny asks one question. How do we go into that live that happened when he came on Heidi's panel and everybody went up there to address him, to have a conversation with him? What do you mean that's not going to fix the problem? That wasn't the issue, Big Joe. Your friend said that she felt some type of way by you saying you didn't have any friends. Now we're talking about the panel that was had. What did they have to do with anything?
You know that bitch is a big ass liar.
Y'all, hold on. I was texting. It's so funny when you hear it.
See, I never got an answer.
Well, I think no, you didn't. Will just leave well enough for them alone. If she don't,
I can't do nothing to spend your way to go there. That's why I never touched it, because it is what it is.
Because I just don't see it. I just don't see it working out. Like I said, I done gave it too many shots. I done tried too many times to get on these panels and try to let these people resolve these issues. And they all get up and they do the same thing. They do the same thing. Like when I ask them that question, they keep asking me they keep saying the same thing, but I keep asking them the same one question, and they just can't answer that one question for me. And I ain't willing to move on if you're not willing to move on.
So he keep asking the people the same question. They're not willing to answer the question. Just like Danny asked him the question, and he's not willing to answer that question. So he's not willing to move on. This nigga don't even know what the hell he be saying. He just be talking.
Like that. As long as you're not talking about me, then I'm damn sure not going to talk about you. But I don't talk about them anyway. So if they just leave well enough alone and stop mentioning me or whatever, then I don't have no reason to mention me. But I don't feel like that. Whatever the situation is, I don't feel like it's that deep than what they try to make it seem like it is. But just like we said, I ain't never did nothing to neither one of them personally. I never did nothing to them. But they don't even know me.
One thing is true. People don't know you. They talk about what you say on social media. Some people, you haven't did. I'm not going to say you haven't did anything to other people on social media. You have played a part into something happening to them, whether it's calling CPS, bullying them, harassing them, making sure you strike their pages when they do commentary about you, Those type of things you have played a part in, Joe. You have. Because even on YouTube, when they go and they can play one of your lives or whatever, you can go back and strike it because they're using your content. So we know that comes from you. It comes, we get it from the email. Your email comes up. But as long as if somebody was saying something positive about you, you're good. If you want somebody to say something positive about you, you do positive things. That's how you get the positive feedback. But as long as you're being negative and as long as you're doing these things behind closed doors, calling CPS, trying to hurt people, you want to hurt them. You really want to hit them where it hurts. And that goes with the family. That goes with the jobs. That goes with harassing them, bullying them. That's where you want to hurt people. But when the tables are turned, you the victim. You the victim. You'll sit up here and you'll go off on women, call them out their names. We're not even going to go into that black woman comment because that was, 2 years ago what he said about the black women. And I'm not ignoring it or trying to bypass it. I'm talking about in today's right now, this time. Because we can sit up here and talk about all the stuff he done said. But you haven't anything. Go ahead, Gildick.
No. I mean, it's just been more than that. So that's always the go-to. But you have said so many things since that.
Absolutely. So many things. And while he's rambling, he still never answered his friend question. Your friend. But okay, I'm gonna let it play.
I mean, I agree with that. That's cool.
As much as I would want this stuff to be true and to lay the stuff down and just leave it alone.
As much as I want this stuff to be true. What? As much as I want this stuff to be true. These are his words, y'all. I ain't making this shit up. He just said, as much as I want this stuff to be true.
As much as I want to believe it's going to be true, it's just not going to be.
As much as I want to believe it's going to be true, it's not going to be. As much as I want to believe it's going to be true, is not going to be. What the hell that mean? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? As much as I want to believe it's going to be true, is not going to be.
I know what it's going to be.
I know what it's going to be. That's what he said. I know what it's going to be.
I tried it, y'all. We did it several times. We did it. When I say we, I mean all three of us. We did.
I tried it several times. We did it. I'm talking about all three. We did it. I tried it several times.
Cousin, my people.
Not one time, not two times, more than one time. And I was nice and knocking motherfucking beat. I was listening to everything people had to goddamn say. I ain't said a goddamn word. And then after that, they just went the fuck off on deep end. And I said, okay, well, get them up off of here because it ain't gonna work. That's what I did. I let them say what all they had to say. And then now they cussing me out and calling me this, calling me that. It ain't gonna never work. Hillary thing. Hey, Miss Meta, you there? You big fat fuck, you motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about?
Why he remember what Hillary said to him? Why he remember what Hillary said to him? But it's like, it's not gonna work. People are gonna curse me out. Joe, you want to know why people come at you like that? Because you are not approachable, and you cannot have a respectful conversation. Now, he's gonna mention me, and I'm gonna say this. That night, well, when all that happened, me and Joe, when we talked, Joe said that night that I was the only one that he wanted to talk to because I knew how to approach him, right? But then on this recording, he goes back and say, well, Mr. Cousin said she wasn't going to talk about me. She was going to talk about Charles. That's your husband. Next day, she was talking about me, which is a lie. Because I went in on Charles for about a good 2 weeks. But I'm going to let it play.
Oh my goddamn. This is what you wanted to do? Okay, I'm not going to say a word. I'm going to be good this time. Bitch, kiss my ass. I'm getting my hopes up like, okay, this is going to be over with y'all. It's probably going to be over. They get on here and it's just a big eater upper. I'll be like, oh, goodbye. Ain't good. But I do want to do it so bad. I have wanted to do it so bad several times, and I just feel like it is just going to be the same damn response. It's just going to be, even though me and what's the girl name, Mr. Cousin, just to the troll, which one of them had a good conversation?
Messy Cousin.
Y'all heard that? Which one of us had a good conversation? Messy Cousin. Listen to what he's about to say.
Messy Cousin, okay. And she said she was not going to stop. She was going to stop talking about me and she was going to talk about Charles. Every damn day she talked about me.
Lies. And when I say it's lies, it's because when I said that I was going to talk about Charles, when I was going to talk about Snowline, I put a series of books about Snowline. I posted videos about Snowline and his mama and his daddy for about 2 weeks. Didn't say nothing about Netta. Then I really wasn't posting. Didn't say nothing about Big Joe. But for about 2 weeks straight, I went in on Snowline and then I got off of him. And then I ain't never say nothing about Joe.
Year in the comments, year 2981. This conversation, he had no knowledge that he was being recorded.
This nigga.
I had a pause, it reset. I just got a warning for harassment and bullying. 2 seconds. We be back in 2 seconds to continue this call.
Okay, Danny had to leave. Let me go to the next one. Y'all want a rebuttal on that? I don't know what's wrong with Tremaine. I don't know what's going on with his, because
he connected to that Silver Culture Wi-Fi. He connected to their hotspot, maybe. You know, the hotspot is hot and botchy right now, so. But this is
yeah, so it's crazy. It is so crazy.
Y'all remember in school when you had a book report due, and in that book report you started on topic, but you would just go off topic just to get those 5 pages to turn in. That's how Joe talks. He just fills it with all the stuff that is irrelevant to the situation at hand. It's just crazy.
Very. And we'll go ahead and go into the last 23 minutes of this conversation because it was 50 something minutes, and listen to what he say in the end. And I think he goes into the talking about the movie and the video.
I just thought they were just, that's why I thought I could pick up. They said monkey brought AIDS and all that other stuff. So I guess I guess that's possible.
They get the same shit. That's like they can have arthritis and all types of shit.
Yeah. So my auntie said, I said, what kind of medicine they give your dog for heart failure? They said they give him water pills.
Marcy, I'm glad you said that. Look, he said, so he was okay with me talking about Snowline, but not him. As long as I was talking about Snowline, he was good. That's crazy. Y'all one nigga. Y'all are husband and husband.
But this part right here is scary because it's sad and scary at the same time. Like that, we all know Lily. She needs veterinary attention. But it's so crazy to hear him admit that he don't know dogs and cats could get diseases and things of that nature when you are a whole dog owner.
That's why I said Lily gonna be deceased. And I ain't being funny, but when you think about it, he don't take her to the vet. He don't do any of those things to make sure she's good. He just took her to the to take a bath within the last 2-3 years when Joe has been on social media. He just took her a couple of months ago, and when you saw how dirty she was, and she still was dirty, like they tried their best to clean her up. That's sad. That is so sad that he treats her like that, even with the toenails, and she across the floor. I have 2 babies, Bella and Mona. Y'all know Bella's a stud puppy. I have 2 babies, and I make sure that I try to go get them a haircut once a month. Make sure I take them to the vet to get checked, get their shots, whatever. He never talks about that when it comes to Lily. That's why I said he's gonna wake up one morning, and I'm not being funny, I'm being serious, because he don't take care of her. He's gonna wake up one morning, Lily gonna be on her back, legs in the air, tongue hanging out, because of him neglecting her. But this is the second part of the recording from last night.
I'm like, are you serious? I just couldn't believe it. But yeah, she said dogs have same symptoms like a human. I was like, wow. So I guess they have little heart attacks and strokes and stuff too.
Yeah. Jackpot, long dog. Do something, because I don't want you to fall off the bed. All right. Hey.
I had to connect the pockets today from Jacksonville. Pretty good. I just didn't like the fact that it was kind of juicy, but it was kind of dry.
What?
This connector sausage they had at Jack. Like they had kept it on the roller too long, and how the hot dogs and stuff dry out from being on that thing. Wow. And I know they had to cook a lot of them, but they got to figure out expensive on them.
I got 2 questions. Pause.
I just want.
Yes, cousin.
In all my years of culinary, I have never heard of a Conecuh sausage. What is that? Is he trying to say kielbasa?
Wait.
What is a Conecuh sausage? I have never, in all of my years in the culinary industry, I have never heard of a What is a Conecuh sausage? And secondly, how can something be juicy and dry at the same time?
Juicy and dry at the same time.
Juicy and dry? Okay, thank you for educating. So he's saying a brand. He's saying the brand name, just like he says Rotel. That Rotel is a brand. Okay, so Conecuh sausage is a brand in Alabama. Thank you for clearing it up. So basically, it's a sausage, but he's saying the name of the sausage. When I go and get a Roger Wood sausage dog, I don't say, "Yo, give me that Roger Wood sausage dog." I just say, "Give me the sausage dog." Thank y'all for educating, because I was like, "What is a Conecuh sausage?"
It was juicy but dry.
Oh my
How he
God!
lie
Okay,
about some. You see how he lied about simple things like that. Do you see how he lies about something like that? This is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna let it play.
What kind of raving and stuff that Rachel gonna rave tonight?
I'm being honest. I really don't be too interested in none of that shit anyway.
I feel you. Don't be on it. I don't be on it.
I feel you. I don't be on it. I don't be on it. But you then set up here and told Rasta business with Danny, and Danny didn't ask for any of that. Danny did not ask for any of that. But you don't be on that BS. You don't be on it. Danny had made it clear about 3-4 times that she didn't care about any of this stuff. Hey, Jay Boogie, you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I had to go take care of some business. I'm back. I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay, it's good.
What's good?
Hey, Tina. We're
Mm-hmm.
going to continue with the latter part of this phone call.
Looking at houses.
See, but the thing with
I
me,
was.
like, I know y'all situation is, I ain't even just gonna say a little bit personal. It's a lot personal because, you know what I'm saying, y'all was actually around each other in real life. So I just feel like if it really was that big of a situation, I just feel like y'all should have handled it on the back end first. But, you know, to each his own.
Yeah, that's what I thought I was doing. Like I said, when I called her on the telephone, we was talking on the telephone and stuff. The argument kind of got a little heated. So I was like, hey, check this out. I said, listen. Oh, shit, let me get in the house. I'm right shit. I've been running all motherfucking day from the rain. But I did. Like I said, I went to, we had 2 conversations. The first conversation, we got a little heated on the telephone. I said, hey, check this out. I said, this ain't going to get us nowhere. I said, we need to have a sit down and we need to have a conversation. I think I told y'all about it. I called Keisha. I called her other girlfriend. She was already there at Rachel's house. I called Keisha.
I didn't call her. Well, I called Keisha. I called her other girlfriend. No, I didn't call her other girlfriend because she was already at Rachel's house. Just want to throw that out there. This is why I'm trying to point little things out to everybody. Just pay attention. Miles, where we at with the likes? We got 383 people in here. Where are we with the likes? I think I deserve about 1,000 likes. Y'all know I was in my car for 4 hours last night.
And it's not good memories.
Listen, I talked to Nita today. Nita said, cousin, oh, you didn't have to do me like that when I was trying to open up my snacks. I said, Nita, you don't know my nerves were bad. I didn't want to hear none of that.
The song says, don't push me out close to the edge. Well, you was at the edge and beyond.
I was at the edge. And the people in the chat, you know, when they said, you know, Twin was behind all this, they tell my cousin how you feel about it. Don't ask me that shit right now.
Now's not the time.
No, it's not the time. Leave me alone. I'm in my car 3 hours right now. And you're going to ask me something like that? Oh, y'all about to look. Nita, I did send you the link, Nita. Y'all, you about to get cursed out and it ain't got nothing to do with Twin and Jodam. Like, for real. Leave me up here quiet.
Cousin, cousin was in that car. She was quenching her booty hole.
Oh my God.
She was quenching the steering wheel.
Hey, Boogie, stomach hurt. I done ate some ice cream. I'm sitting up there, and cousin, what you gotta say now? I don't give a fuck about this shit.
She in the car. She got to run the AC to stay cool and no gas. $10 a gallon.
Right. But my question is, why were you in the car?
Because okay, so my oldest son went to Mississippi. Both of them, I told my oldest son, I said, hey, leave the key. Him and my baby, y'all know Jordan, both of them took both of the keys, right? So when I get home from work, I went to work at 8 o'clock. I get home, it's 7 o'clock. So I get to the door, I'm looking, I'm like, I don't see the key. Maybe they left the door unlocked. Try to open the door locked. Bella and Mona showing out. So I said, oh, damn. I go back, I get in my car, I called my husband. I said, where you at? Oh, I just made it to a call. You just made it to a call? Because he does HVAC.
Okay.
Yeah, I just made it to a call, and I'm an hour away. What? It's 8 o'clock. So I was like, all right, let me go get some ice cream, calm my nerves.
That's what you messed up there, right there, that ice cream.
He said, well, let me see what's going on, baby, and I'm on my way. I'm like, okay, you on your way. 9:30. Baby, I'm coming. I'm still on the live. I'm like, I'm pissed off. And they talking about, cousin, how you feel about knowing Twin and Dime had something? I don't give a fuck who has
I'm trying to get in my own damn house. Let's ask me about that.
Don't ask me about this shit now.
I'm trying to avoid a crash out on both ends, and y'all worry about
that. I couldn't laugh. I couldn't cough. I couldn't sneeze.
Nothing.
They said, cousin, go to your nearest store. No, because I got to be at home. But this ice cream is messing me up right now. And you want to ask me how I feel about something? I don't give a damn. Please go away. Lily gonna be dead Monday. That's how I feel. Like, right. Leave me alone. Ooh, boy, okay, we at 2:32. Taj, I was sweating everything. We at 2:32. We got 377 people in here. We're gonna continue it. Y'all go out, come back in. We got Anita. Hey, Anita, we're gonna continue playing this.
I bet that'll teach you to make sure you have hand sanitizer and some flushable wipes available at all times.
See, I couldn't do that. Don't have me in the woods, because I'll be locked up for 5 days.
You definitely could be in nature boy camp.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
You could have grew a plant for somebody. You would have been blessing the earth.
No, Nature Boy would have put me out because I would have been in the bathroom inside the house.
Correct. I need to use inside plumbing.
Yeah.
I need a newspaper. Yeah, I need the whole experience.
Yeah, I'm not even about to be in the porta potty. What? No, I'm not going in there. I will lock up. So let me let this Steph, hush. I'm gonna let this continue to play. I can't even talk now.
I said to have this conversation. I said I would feel comfortable. I said if you was there too. And she's like, well, I'm on my way. And she came. And we all sat in the living room. And I said down, I said, are y'all ready to have this conversation? And we started talking. I said, first of all, I want to let y'all know that I feel like that y'all really, like, make me feel a certain type of way because that was the time I had lost my best friend. That was the time when my friend had died. I said, and y'all just called and showed me no type of sympathy or nothing. I said,
he said they made him feel some type of way because that's when he lost his best friend back in September, and Rasta them did not call or show him any type of sympathy. Y'all pay attention to what he's saying.
You lost your grandmama and you lost your mama. I called you every fucking day to talk to you and check and see how you was doing and stuff.
Somebody lost their mom and they lost their grandma, and he called them every single day to check on them.
Rachel, you lost your cousin. I called you up until the time I asked you, anything that you need me to do you want me to come around? Anything. That's what type of person I was to them because I thought I was there.
So that's what the type of person that he was to them because he thought that he were their friend. So when he called Rasta when she lost her cousin to see if she needed anything, because that's the type of person that he was.
But cousin, wasn't him and Ross at the same video shoot? So wouldn't Rasta have received that same information he had received at that time before she left? Or no?
Roro, you are absolutely correct. When his friend passed, he was trying to do the video and go film these skits. When his best friend passed, and her daughter said, "Don't mention my mother" on her page, whoever that went to. But I'm gonna let it play.
But I said, and I lose my motherfucking best friend, my best fucking friend, somebody that had my back for life. I said, and neither one of y'all picked up the telephone and called me. I said, instead of doing that, y'all went on social media and bashed me. And that's when she's like, I said, I know it wasn't you. I said, it was not you. Because I didn't see nothing that you said. I said it was Rachel and it was damn Asia. You know that girl. I think I still don't like her. And she was just like,
oh, he still don't like Asia. I don't know that girl, but I still don't like her. That's Rasta girlfriend, Asia. I don't know that girl, but I still don't like her.
So everybody call him Nella, even the girlfriends. Rasta girlfriend call him Nella.
I think everybody in that town call him Joe Eddie.
Because that lady that fell off his porch, she'll definitely call him Joe Eddie.
So when he lost his best friend, they did not say anything to him, and he just said he didn't like Rasta girlfriend Asia. He just said it.
This is the first time we heard her name.
it wasn't all about you and stuff. I said, well, baby, every person you brought in that box was talking about me. So why you mean it wasn't about me? And we kept on. I said, then another thing that got me. I said, I thought me and you was lightweight cool. I said, and then you know, on social media said you never was my friend. You always was Charles' friend. I said, so that's why I said you Charles' friend now. You ain't my friend. You Charles' friend. But that's why I kept telling her. That's what got her mad and pissed her off that the conversation got heated. You know, I said so, and I said that was another thing. I said so. I just feel like y'all very unsupportive of me when I could have used y'all and need y'all for the most important thing in my life. I said, my friend.
So when I could have used y'all and need y'all for the most important thing in my life. So when I could have used y'all and need y'all for the most important thing in my life.
I'm sorry, well, it's over with now. She done passed away, we done buried her and everything.
It's over with now. She in the ground. She done passed away. She's not important. It's over with. She passed away. She in the ground.
Now y'all want to give me my sympathy.
Now you want to give me my sympathy after she's in the ground, after she done died. Now you want
his sympathy.
His sympathy. Not her family, not anybody that was deeply hurt, because if you were so hurt about losing your best friend, you would have never did a video shoot. But this is what he said when she passed away. Tell me if I'm lying, because if I'm lying, I'm flying. He said, she would want me to continue doing what I'm doing. He didn't go to the hospital. He didn't go to the hospital. He said this.
Yeah, he said every day online. He said, well, she's in the hospital. She's not doing good. I need to go to the hospital. And every day online, he's like, I still haven't went. He still hasn't went. And by the time she passed, she transitioned.
Exactly. But you want these people to give you sympathy when everybody, including us and them, saw you online saying that you was gonna do this and that and you only thought about yourself when your best friend died. Nigga, get out of here.
And keep in mind, you carried your ass all the way to Birmingham, knowing that your best friend is possibly about to check up out of here. I wouldn't have went no damn well.
My best friend?
I'd have been in the hospital every waking moment. You ain't got no job.
And
Brownie,
it was
Brownie, that friend existed. That was a friend. It was.
I don't know about best friend. I don't know. We don't know the dynamic.
It was. She was his best friend. I can vouch. Well, at that time, a time in their life, they were best friends.
Yeah, because he's never mentioned her until she got sick. I'm gonna be real with you. And when he mentioned her, it was when she was sick. But all before that, he always said Rolanda's aunt was his best friend.
Go ahead, Nita. I'll be right back.
Oh, I was going to say, and he protected his best friend and let Hottie and them take the fire. Like, you protect the things that you love. And then your best friend, I've never seen her online, even though we didn't see a picture of her. We never saw her physical presence online defending or, supporting him. And my girl Hottie and them taking the fire every day. No.
But all of us have suffered some loss of some degree, family members, friend, or whatever, someone who's close to us. And I can rest assured that if people were to put that there will be different years that person still passed and they still feel a void. They still feel some type of grief regarding that. So you only grieved for the time, 3 days that she, was having her repast and service, and then now, the sympathy, and now you done moved on with life?
Let me tell you something. Everyone that has passed, since Joe has been online, he talks about them, and it's for sympathy. It's for likes, it's for views, it's for clicks, and it's not sincere. Even when Mimi went on to Glory, he wasn't sincere with it. He, talked about it. You guys give me my sympathy. Wish me well.
He came on like it. He came on there, Nita. He came on there like it was the latest breaking news on CNN.
Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, people treat you how you treat them. And I do not believe he called Rasta every day when anybody passed. And if he did, it was for gossip. Like, Joe is selfish and he's self-centered and he's a me friend.
I think he only called Rasta when he wanted his hair done.
Hair and music.
And Jay Boogie, hair done on the front porch only or in her house. Yeah. Because she wasn't allowed in his house.
Joe will only call you when it benefits him.
And you know what? I wanted to ask Rasta, who was choosing them hairstyles? I meant to ask her that.
I
Because
think
when she was
somebody
going in
asked her
there,
that though. Didn't somebody ask her that?
and what did she say?
I don't remember what her
Because
answer was.
I couldn't figure out why he was getting pigtails and pony puffs. Like,
It's only
Because
so
he's
much.
weird. He's weird. I'm gonna go back into the to the to the recording because he's weird.
Cause you sat somebody in a chair and said, "Give me
I tried to
antlers."
do that with that chick. I tried to do it 2 times. It didn't work. I said, we don't have no conversation to talk about no more. It ain't nothing to talk about. I tried it. I ain't gonna keep giving you me. I ain't gonna keep giving you me, but you just shut me down. But like I said, I can be cordial.
I'm not gonna keep giving you me so you can shut me down.
With her. I can speak to her in public and walk away and all that stuff, but we would never have a conversation ever again. We would not. Not if I had anything to do with it. We would have it. And then like Charles, well, Roland, I hate calling him Charles. Roland is.
You hate calling him Charles, but you'll only call him Charles.
And that's the name you gave him, and you want in that to call him. Okay.
No, he didn't give him that name. You know who gave him that name?
Oh, do tell.
The one that he says is doing all his dirty work. She gave him that name. That's where Charles come in at. But I'm gonna let it play.
I told him, I said, hey, I said, since you and Rachel was close or whatever, I said, how do you feel about the whole situation? I said, about the whole thing. He said at one point in time, it made him feel a certain type of way because he said he thought that they were better than that. He was like, but when she started tearing you down and talking about you and all that other stuff, he said, I knew that he was coming soon. It was going to be him soon. And that's what happened. That night when me and Rachel was going back and forth on that line, and then she's like, it was Charles, so slow ass. And you were like, what? Wait a minute. I ain't saying that to you. And then that's when we started fussing and cussing and hollering and calling her bitches and hoes too. Because you wasn't even saying that. It was just me and her going back and forth.
Okay, so that caused him whatever happened that night. And Joe is speaking about Really's. That day when Rasta was on Really Live, this is when everything started blowing up. So that made Charles, a close friend to Rasta, start calling Rasta out her name, all type of bitches and hoes, right? From a misunderstanding when they had already had a conversation prior to that about the incident with the video.
and cousin, you know, the other day, Rasta finally told us that Rachel is not her name. She was like, Rachel's not my name. He keep calling me Rachel. Her name, I guess she don't want it out there, but her name is not Rachel at all.
All this time, we thought her name was Rachel. So where we get Rachel from?
From Joe. Joe kept calling her Rachel, but the other day at the end of her interview, when Brandy said it's kind of a Roro name.
Well, somebody called her Rachel O'Neal though, other than Joe.
No, her name, and I guess it's out there. Her name is Rochelle. But Joe been calling her Rachel for 3 years, and she had said something to the fact like, he don't even know my name.
Oh, you know what, Miss Anita? Her name is Rochelle. Now that you said, yeah. Oh, well, you know Joe. He don't know about it, so he wouldn't know.
I'm just confused as like what made Snowleen so triggered to call her all kind of bees and hoes.
But that's what he does because he called you one,
and he won't do it again.
Right, that's his go-to.
Let's he won't do it again.
That's his go-to.
And Jay Boogie, what they say? Oh, let's not talk about the mamas. No, you disrespect me, I'm disrespecting everybody.
Yeah, we taking it to hell.
When you take me there, I'm going to the depths of hell. All right, let it play. Because we still got another one. So let's just let this play out and then we'll rebuttal. Cool. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
So, like I said, she blown all that stuff herself. I ain't took it. What would she expect? She expected for him to be on her side, and he's not her husband.
and I ain't did nothing to this chick. And she want to keep saying that she mad at the producer and all that stuff, and she ain't mad at me. Yes, she was. And here it is, it'll be a year, and it's still being talked about. A year. It'll be a year. But you wasn't never mad.
I'm sorry. It's hard. He said, so she wasn't mad at me? Yes, she was. Of course, because you could have said something, Joe.
Girl, you a big man. She a big man. You need to listen to her and hear her out. Let her hear her out for what? I tried it. She told me one little night. I feel like I'm gonna keep it above. Just because y'all grown and we all grown, I feel like we should just do it. If I would come from it, come from it. Even if you need us to be like there on the phone doing it with you or whatever, mediating and stuff, let's hear what you got to say. Because apparently her and the rest of them, they have a lot to say. I don't know what be happening on the last when you come over there and they be trying to talk. I don't know if they be the class or the viewers that be there. I don't know. But it seemed like she really had something to say. Well, she should have said it them times I told her to tell me what's the problem. Please tell me what I did. But sometimes you got to understand that
she should have said it when I told her to say it. Not even taking Rasta's feeling, not even thinking about how Rasta feel. You should have told me when I told you to tell me.
People is not ready to speak when you want them to. Like sometimes you gotta. My thing is, I just feel like you need to start. Like sometimes I know you didn't like start this and that stuff with everybody, but you have to sometimes take accountability of the things you do and you say sometimes. Oh, I do. I do. Just like I said, if she would have told me what I did wrong, I would have fixed it. I would have been just like I told y'all at the first. The beat on the song.
If she would have told me what I did wrong, I would have fixed it at first. She told you. When she got there for the video shoot, one, she realized they changed the beat. Second, she knew that they weren't going to be a part of the video. You sat there and didn't say anything. Snowleen sitting on the couch, confused, stimming, because he was wondering, I was wondering why y'all weren't part of the video. Nigga didn't say shit, but any other time he had something to say. But when he needed to talk, he couldn't talk. That's why he didn't talk until he turned 15. When he needed to be vocal, he wasn't vocal. Then Big Joe sitting up there, I'm getting my hair and makeup done. Everybody is out. Don't nobody know what's going on. Every time you get your hair and makeup done, you have that phone on and you're talking to people that are around you.
And cousin, he pre-planned not to put Rasta in because what he's going to say next will solidify. I didn't like the song. We had already changed the beat. I ain't changed the beat the day of. Y'all pre-did this. We had already changed the beat. Y'all had already excluded Rasta from the top. So when Rasta came, Rasta wasn't even a part. You never even ran through to Rasta that you took it off. And now he'll say, I didn't like the Shake and Shimmy. I ain't like the song anyway. I was saying Shake and Shimmy, that was too much for me. So he pre-planned and he executed. And then he couldn't read the room with Rasta's feelings. And how you going to fix it a day late and $1 short after the video? Carry on.
I told Rasta this, and I'm about to let it finish playing. I told Rasta this. Joe and Nero already had a conversation about how this was going to play out. Joe just told Rasta to come. Yeah, y'all come. The nigga already knew they weren't going to be part of it. He already knew that the beats and stuff was changed. He already knew all of this. And let me tell you something. Didn't nobody tell me that. My discernment told me everything that took place. based off what has been said, what has transpired. He didn't want her there, but I'm gonna let it play.
Talking about himself. I didn't like the beat of the song, and I don't know if I told y'all or not. I didn't even like the Shake and Shimmy song. I didn't like it. That song was very irritating to me. Wow.
The song was irritating, but nigga, you had on a red goddamn 1920s jazz club dress, whatever you call those damn dresses, and you sitting up there with a Tula cowboy hat on your head in a garage doing the shake and shimmy, and you acting like you done baked a cake, but you was tired of the song.
Didn't Joe at one point? No. I refuse.
Why would you do a
20
video, J Boogie?
A $2,500
when he stuffed the damn song down our throats, talking about it was the best song and this, that, and the third.
Mhm.
When did you not like the song? When Rasta had a problem with the video?
But see, J Boogie, after people know that they've created a problem, now I don't like the song. So that's his way of saying, well, screw it. The song didn't mean anything to me anyway. He went down to that set in a cowboy outfit with them glass heels on and chest hair, and he knew that he didn't want Rasta to be a part of it, and he shunned her out, and now he's trying to disregard that the song meant anything. So he's taking away the value of the song from Rasta. Song ugly anyway. Song stupid. It irritated me, just like he does when he eats other people's cooking. Oh, this ain't even good. Boy, bye.
But let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What real artist that don't like a song is going to record that song? What real artist
That's what I was getting at.
Don't like a song is going to do a video about a song?
I was getting ready to go there because that's my question. And me being an artist as well, like I'm not gonna put out something that I feel like one that is trash, right? However, there have been artists, and I talked about this earlier. There have been artists that has been presented a song, they hated the song, didn't like the song, but for whatever reason, the record executives have a better ear and a better eye for marketing when it comes to songs, right? So, like for instance, Toni Braxton didn't like "Unbreak My Heart." She didn't like that song. However, right, she put it out. It was one of her biggest hits, right? So, but here's the thing with Joe, right? Joe's not a Toni Braxton. Here's the thing with Joe. If you didn't like the song, when did you should have said that from the very beginning. There should have been a conversation from the beginning. Let's go back to the drawing board. Give me something else that I can work with that I'm gonna like. Cause here's the thing: when you was performing it, it didn't look like you didn't like the damn song. Cause your ass was in that damn kitchen. Forget that you had YouTube on, was shaking and stimming in the doggone kitchen in that doggone red shimmy dress. So when you didn't like the song then?
And look, J Boogie, they already changed the track before they got there. And they changed it a day or two in advance. This wasn't done the day of. So they had already discussed it. Nero or whoever the music team was took away some of the shake and shimmies. They went in the studio and engineered it for however they wanted it. And that's another reason why they didn't give Rasta credit.
They did it off their phone, not in the studio. They did it off their phone.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they did something and they didn't do it. I'm quite certain at that moment. It was already done before they got there. So Joe knew the entire time.
Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna let it continue playing.
No, you never said that. No, you never said. They never said me that. I thought you.
I never liked the shake and shimmy song because I always was talking about that shake and shimmy shit. It went on too much for me. I do the shake, I do the shimmy, I do the shake, I do the whole goddamn song. It's like the beginning of it, you shake it and you shimmy it. And I'm like, I didn't like the thing. Like this is like I just kept repeating myself over and over before the song even started. And then they told me, well, we can take some of it out. They took some of it out, but it still was a little bit too much for me.
We can take some of it out, and they took some of it out without talking to the person that wrote the song, which is Rasta.
But this is the
Cousin,
same person who has been online for 4 years and sits and repeats the same thing day in and day out. But he in a song feels like it's too repetitive.
yielded, you know that S's, TH's, B's, D's, and PH's be kicking his ass. And for him to say shake and shimmy
Well, all the
multiple times
alphabets
was
kick his
tearing
ass,
that tongue.
Anita.
Yeah, but them S's was tearing his ass up. Shake shimmy, fake it to me. You know, they probably had to work with him because he was sucking on a child, sucking on the
But
H.
but see, here's the thing: when Rasta wanted to do the video, and she's at her cousin's house, so that's what she was supposed to come up, but it was supposed to be, if I'm not mistaken, like a line dance, like a which at Joe age, that probably would have pulled it off. You had a line dance, you in a lounge club area, whatever, with at least 10 people doing. You would have had a creator to come up with a line dance for the song. The song would have went somewhere. But you just heard him say they took some parts out of it. This nigga fucked this shit up. He messed it up. Not Rasta. He agreed. He went and started crying to Nero them. And because Nero them wanted him so bad to be a part of a movie, to do stuff so their numbers can go up, this is what happened. I'm going to let it play. That's why I always tell the cousins, you have to listen. No matter what is going on around us, but you really have to pay attention to what is being said. That's why sometimes I would not speak on a lot of things, because I have to replay it over and over again just to listen. And that's why I wanted to do this tonight. And I know we're going to have to continue in the morning with what happened today, because I ain't going to be on here till 12 o'clock. Y'all know I ain't had no sleep. But just to listen to everything this man had to say, everything that has transpired within the last 36 hours. Thank you, Andy. And I'm going to let this play.
I was feeling those songs. I was okay with those. But then Chasing Timmy, I could have said, then she said she didn't get paid for it. That's what she said. And that's the big. I told you, she said that I've been telling her. And then she gonna say, well, me and Bo Peep, the guy that recorded the song, we left her out of it. We didn't leave her out of it. Me and Bo left Bo Peep out of it. We told.
Okay, so he's saying that Rasta and him made the decision to leave Bo Peep out of it, right? Rasta said Joe did not want to pay Bo Peep. And also remember, Joe was upset with Bo Peep when the LaQuanda situation happened, and he called the police on LaQuanda, and they had to end up moving the event. Y'all pay attention. And they had to end up moving the event to Bo Peep's spot because Joe called the police, skip town. But now all of a sudden, you want to say that you and Rasta did not want to have Bo Peep a part of this.
Do y'all remember when Joe was complaining about paying for studio time? And I think it might have been $325 an hour or something. And he was saying that they were wasting time to get in the studio and they want to play and joke. And, I want to get my stuff down so I can get my money's worth. Joe had complained about the money long before all of these problems had ever rose up. And I remember him saying that in a live.
And Nita, y'all got to think about it. True artists, when they are in the studio, guess what they doing? They shooting the shit. They pay whatever it is to pay whatever. That's what they're paying, but they're shooting the shit. But I'm going to let this play.
Because I'm paying them already for the song. And then she took credit for that. She paid for everything. We got a lot of that. She paid for the Airbnb that we would made the video in and everything. Girl, you a liar.
But the thing is, okay, well that was paid, but it's not the problem. I feel like we kind of like, how could I put it? I'm not sure personally, but it's just the way you were handling. And like one thing is, I know you guys is doing business and music together, whatever they have you. And whatever was discussed about y'all finances or whatever, how y'all was splitting it, dividing it, that's between y'all. I would never ask somebody about their finances because I don't want nobody asking about math. No one made your bread. But the bottom line of it is, like I told you yesterday when we was on the call, I kept it real with you because I don't have to take this shit on the internet. We just friends, we can talk on the phone. But you were dead ass wrong for inviting that girl to be in that video and then the producers tell them they only got to film you and Charles. I said that yesterday. No. Well,
He said, yeah. When Hottie just told him, you were wrong for inviting that girl to that video shoot, and the producers did not want her in there, this nigga said, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, and again, I'm going to ask y'all this because I'm not saying who's right, who's wrong. Based off this conversation as of right now, I'm supposed to believe one thing this man say.
But look how far he is, and he still ain't in on his daddy. He still ain't got to the root of the call.
Exactly, Yielded. But I'm supposed to believe when he tells me when people is doing something with him or showing him the way, I'm supposed to believe this shit right now. Just think about it. This nigga couldn't even answer one simple question. And the question was, and we almost halfway done with this recording. The question was, why would you say that you don't have no friends when we are your friends? He never discussed it.
Because he never looked at them as friends. He looked at them as his workers. He looked at them beneath him. And they gonna do it.
Hold on. But I'm going to believe you when you told me I didn't coach you in 15 lies, more than 15 lies. I have coached you in those many lies when I sit here and I'm listening to what you're saying. But by you telling me that this one person had a hand in your actions, in your behavior, what you did when you picked up the phone and you called and you said this about said person and their child, I gotta believe that one thing. That one thing. And I ain't taking up for nobody. I just want y'all to listen. I just want y'all to listen to what is going on. And
what you mean?
What is being said? Yielded.
What you mean, Twitter Don? You did the re-edit to the video. What video?
To the shake and shimmy.
Oh.
Now I'm really confused.
But hold on, we ain't talking about that video. We're not talking about that. So I'm gonna let this play. But again, this man tells me something. I'm his friend. He tells me one thing, and I'm listening, and I take it, and I'm like, he's right. And I ain't taking up for nobody's side. It's just me on the outside. And if any cousin's been following me since day one, I always say I step outside the box and I pay attention.
No, you're just looking and observing and breaking down the realness of it and not the surface level of it.
Exactly. So let it finish. And I do want to throw this. You have to realize since day one, when all this stuff has happened, when it comes to the CPS, with people, being doxxed, from the first lady to Sean Davy Wade to, Carlos, it's been one person name behind it that has helped him, right? And that everything that let me say this. Okay, so video was posted today of text messages from Joe Twin. I had already seen those text messages. The same thing. I've seen them. So I'm like, okay, I want Joe to say it. And I'm saying this for a reason. I want him to say it, and I want him to stand 10 toes down. If she has something to do with whatever happened with you calling, because your friend said that you called them. If she gave you that information, because it was said from the cease and desist letter, that's how information came about, right? We did a live when we showed the cease and desist letter, the same one from Carlos. Carlos had the letter. She had the letter. They sent it to me. It was the same letter. Carlos' address was not on there. But I do want to say this. When you want to report somebody to CPS, you don't need an address. You just need their name and the city and the state.
Mm.
And once you call the 1-800 number and you tell them what's going on, they can do the back end work. And CPS was called twice on Carlos.
And only a person that had called or received the call would know that.
And listen, one of the complaints was Carlos was live with his son doing rugs, and the other one was he hit his son on live when Carlos was working in Maine.
Mm.
Carlos was in Maine. He wasn't even in Denver. When CPS called Carlos, I was on the phone with Carlos. I was on the phone, me and Nate. So when Rasta had her old lady, had CPS called on her. Rasta said this the other night when somebody called CPS on her lady, and she was sitting there standing in front of this nigga, and she said his whole demeanor changed. I ain't trying to excuse nobody out of it, but I'm like, y'all gotta pay attention. Because Joe talks so fucking fast, you won't catch it. That's why I'm going through this and I'm breaking down and I'm catching every single thing that he's saying.
And cousin, when Rasta first stepped on the scene with Joe, Rasta was Charles's friend. And I don't know, I know people in the chat remember when Charles used to talk to Rasta and Joe would get jealous. And Charles kept saying, she's a lesbian. She's a lesbian. I don't know why she's tripping. And, I don't even want her. That was Rasta. And then Rasta popped on the scene. And, you start seeing her at Charles's house. At the house, etc. And then she was there for Christmas. And then their friendship blossomed. You would see them doing the hair. But Joe initially never felt Rasta because Rasta was a friend of Charles's. And even though...
Hold on 1 second, Nita.
Mm-hmm.
Let me respond to the comments. So y'all saying don't add Twin or whatever. I never said I was going to add Twin. Secondly, y'all saying Joe cannot think of this stuff by himself. Joe just said I can call the housing authority on her if I wanted to. Didn't nobody tell him that? He was on the phone with Danny and Hottie, and he just said I can call the housing authority if I want to.
That means he's called it before.
So who was right there coaching him with that? He just said
at the end of that, he also said he didn't want, in so many words, something to come out against him.
Exactly. He said, but I don't know what's going to come out against me.
Yep.
If I do it, I don't know what's going to come out against me. These are this man's word. Well, half man, half moose.
Barracuda.
So it's like everybody, y'all don't like her because she was associated with him. And I'm just being honest. Y'all can unfollow me or whatever. It doesn't matter. But I see shit for the real. And I pay attention to what is being said. This nigga used Hottie them. He used her to cover himself up on the stuff that he was doing. When Hottie said, Joe, we just wanted you to say we had no part in it. That nigga got silent. And then he never said, you right. Y'all didn't have no part in it. What he said was, well, okay. Well, I just didn't want people to come after y'all. Come on, people. Like, for real, come on. Just think about everything. So when he did that with Hottie them, and then when Danny called him and said, my problem is you said you did not have a friend. You didn't have any real friends. What did you mean? That nigga did not answer. So now we're talking about why people shouldn't be on TikTok. Let this finish. We almost done. I'm just going to let it play out.
That's the part I feel like
I never. Saul is the person said that they was there to only film. They didn't say that they was only filming me and Charles. He said you was only going to do music and record a song for me and Charles. They were there supposed to be filming.
Listen to me now. I want you to listen to what I'm saying.
I'm listening.
That girl said that producer told her he wasn't filming her in the video. She was only filming you and Charles. And I think that's what kind of made it awkward. Because that ain't how you put things on this. If she's the artist, if she was in that video, if she was on that song, or whatever situation, just as much as you were, if y'all both contribute, you invited her to the shoot, she should have been shot. And I'm just keeping it real. Listen. I'm going to let you rebuttal, but I'm just trying to tell you. I think that plays the big part of why shit is going the way it's going now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay.
Why I'm the person that taking the blame for it?
Why am I the person that taking the blame for it? When Rasta said herself, he could have corrected it right then. Rasta said this. Joe said, why am I the person that's taking the blame for it? Joe said, I'm getting my hair and makeup done. Everybody outside. I don't know. They went and smoked weed. They doing what they doing. Why I'm taking the blame for it? Make it make sense.
You have to be realistic now. So this is where I be telling you sometimes you have to look outside of how you feel and to understand and reconcile with other people. Because you should say how you at fault. You are the artist. You are the star. You did that song with her, not the people who shot the video. That is why you are to the blame. You are the bigger person in the whole entire project.
You never told Sid that in front of me with Rachel.
He never said that in front of me with Rachel. Still missing the point. Still, after Hottie is telling him what the problem was, he still is missing the point.
They had that conversation. She was a damn lie. Why, if that was the case, why would I let them come? Why would I have them to come there if they weren't going to get filmed?
Why would I have them come there if they weren't going to get filmed? Because, nigga, you knew they weren't going to get filmed. You knew they weren't going to get filmed, Joe. You and Nero already had the conversation because guess what? You done already said that he changed the sound up because y'all talked about it. Y'all talked about it. And I'm going to refer to Lisa's statement because it has been discussed when Twin told Carlos when she was working with Joe and Carlos came in. They have talked about this. Jay Boogie, do you remember, brother?
I do remember this.
Can you rebuttal on that part when Twin talked to Carlos about what happened when he came into the picture?
That's already been discussed. Like nobody knew what was going on because Joe was telling Carlos one thing and was going back and telling Twin another thing. But I thought that Carlos and Twin had a conversation and aired that out. You can't fault Twin or Carlos because getting misinformation from this moose is going to be distorted. And this is what he does. He plays people against each other and he sits back in the trenches and then wants to play victim while he watch everybody. There's a theme while he watches everybody else fight each other where he at. He's sitting in the trailer. Why Twin and Carlos had this beef when the beef was never should have been between Twin and Carlos. It was just a misunderstanding and miscommunication and lies.
And he created
Joe
that.
told Twin that Carlos did not want to work with her. He only wanted to work with them. Carlos did not know that was said. And him and Twin talked.
Right.
And Carlos said, I never said that I did not want to work with y'all. But Joe said it was all about me and Charles when this happened.
And cousin, check this out. Exactly what y'all saying with Carlos and Twin is Rasta and Nero. Joe knew beforehand, and I really think that he brought Rasta down there to show off in her face that he's working with these people now.
Right.
And I think that he sent Nero to do the dirty work. He already told Nero, she's not going to be in the video. I'm just going to let you tell her, etc. So his hands, again, are clean. So Joe knew. Joe set it up. Joe did the same thing, is to set that confusion and then come back on the back end and try to sort it out. But at the end of the day, if he wanted Rasta in anything, Rasta would have knew all the steps. Not the last step, all the steps. Even though this is y'all thing, this is the only thing that I'm a part of. But I wholeheartedly feel because he fell out with Bo Peep, that was his way of showing Rasta I moved on to bigger and better things now. And that's his attitude. And that's how he comes off. It's his stance. And it was almost like, I'm going to show you Rasta. And I really didn't like the song. And they changed it. And we're not going to give you no credit. It's just much deeper than just a one-time occurrence. And
also, Nita, think about it. Rasta and Twin said the same thing. He did not change until he got with Carlos. And he got to going to different places. Am I lying?
Yep. The moment he started feeling himself.
They both said that he did not change until he got with Carlos. And they will both jokingly say, Carlos, you created this monster.
Mm-hmm. Mind you, he got with Carlos. He got his teeth fixed. He started going to Jing Jing, which that did not help. But he started killing himself. The BBL.
He didn't complete that session, even when he was working with whoever the face people. I can't think of the name, but he had a brand deal with them.
Goals.
No, it wasn't Goals. That was the
BBL. The body.
Tones by Coco.
Tones, yes. The contract with Tones, he had the contract with Tones, and Carlos was like, you know what? He could have made $10,000 within a certain amount of months as long as he would have upheld the contract. So Rasta and Twin said that Joe changed when he got with Carlos. Joe did change.
Joe,
think about it. When y'all went to that Charles, your lunch is ready, Joe was cooking. Snowline was small. He was real slim, and he would come, and people wondering now, how the hell is this a man or a woman? How he get that nice looking man? Charles wasn't like not my type, but I'm just saying he wasn't.
He wasn't of Joe's status.
Yes,
and Charles. Charles is attractive in his own right for people that find that thing attractive.
This is what I'm saying. So once Joe, when people got to talking about him and started covering him, he did not like that, because you got to think about it. He had to go through school of people bullying him, of people talking about him. When he left Sylacauga when he was 19 years old with Darrell, 19, 20 years old, he left there and moved to Ohio for all those years. Whatever he did in Ohio, he was able to do it. He comes back because he had a cancer scare. He comes back and he hooked up with high school friend or the someone that they share a nephew together, right? This person is doing what she doing. She introduces him and probably bring him into it, what she was doing. When things start happening in those numbers, because it took a minute before him to start getting numbers. It took a minute for him to actually work on his platform. And then when they started cooking, he said, well, let me cook. And she said, well, let me show you this. Do it this way. You need to shimmy. He said, what the hell is a shimmy? Shake your shoulders. He don't even do that shit no more. He don't even do those type of videos no more. Pay attention.
It's played its course.
Exactly.
It ran its course.
Exactly.
But
it ran its course. So now when you go to, I'm this person, I'm a celebrity, I make more money than doctors and lawyers, I'm this, I'm that. Black women, y'all ain't shit. I hope you wake up, your child is dead. I'm this, I'm Miss Netta. I'm fat, I'm ugly. You go through all this stuff to prove your point that you are someone, that you somebody, and you want to make people know that I'm somebody. But guess what I'm going to do? Oh, I started YouTube. YouTube, I didn't got the followers that I need. So now YouTube is sending me clippings of everybody that is using my material. Everybody that is using my videos. Somebody said, hey, this is what happened, because you didn't understand why you was getting these notifications. So you go to somebody when you start this YouTube page, and the person that started the YouTube page was not the person that everybody is thinking about. It was somebody on your husband/wife side that created your YouTube page. So now you got your YouTube page. You go over there, and then when you get these notifications, because now people are talking about you, you don't like what they're saying. And that person tells you, hey, this is what you can do. Guess what? A content creator that is covering you, that's doing content about you, you hit her first. Yeah, pay attention. You hit her first. She goes on the day before Thanksgiving and she's talking about how her page was suspended or whatever, something new to her, new, out of the blue. She's talking about it. It was like a 4-hour live. You come on there, you have a conversation with her. Hey, I'm going to throw you something or whatever. She accepted. A lot of people got upset because it's like, why did you accept that? And at the same time, when she was live, guess who came on that panel and said, what's going on, so y'all can have a conversation? Twin. So this is how she get thrown in it, right? Because they working together. Doing skits. And when I say working together, that's what I'm talking about. Skits, know each other. We good. So they come on her live. They panel, a 4-hour conversation, have a talk. One young lady, Duchess, get offended about something that was supposedly was said in that live. And said, well, hey, she was laughing at me. She was laughing at me. When in reality, that lady wasn't laughing at her. She was looking at the comments, and she got the laughing and throwing up the hearts with the hand gestures. So then Miss Duchess go over to another live, King World, and then this shit started. So now it's like, oh, you took money from the enemy because we've been talking about him. And all this stuff blows up. And that lady told Big Joe in her life, she said, you know what? Out of respect, we good. But if you do something, I'm going to cover you. I'm going to talk about you if you do something. And Big Joe said, okay, I respect that. That's fine. They move on. Big Joe do something, the lady covers him. As soon as she covers him, she done went through damn near 9 months of being harassed, of being bullied, or being CPS called on her, from them calling her apartment complex. When a lady come out of the blue, a lady comes out of the blue named Trina, comes out of the blue. She can't even go live because when she's live, this lady is blowing her phone up, cussing her. You drunk bitch. You bitch, you going off. And next thing you know, she's spazzing out because it's like, God damn, leave me alone. I'm not talking about him. She stopped talking about him. But this lady kept going. Kept going. So now it's like, oh, that's Trina. Yeah, $20 name is Trina. Oh, that's $20. And y'all, I promise y'all, I'm not making an excuse. I can tell you about this stuff because I was there. And I witnessed all of this. So why the lady is trying to figure out who is this harassing me? Who is this that keep calling these numbers, posting pictures of my kids, my grandkids, Doc Deb, pictures of her mother, her children, her grandkids. All this is going on. It's Trina. Trina is 29. That's all we know based off what he told us. Then he go live, and guess who joins his panel? Now, mind you, before she joined his panel, she was having her own little lives and making her own little videos about him. But he's so slow, not even realize that the person that you allowed to join your panel, you decided to team up with. She tells you whatever you need. And he said, yeah, Trina, I've been looking for you. Yeah, email me. I tell you what, you come after me, I'll get Trina to look up your information. We will call CPS. We would do this. We would do that. This is what he said. And with that Trina, everybody thinking it's that one Trina, 29. Not knowing it was another Trina that was crazier than a Bissibug. Crazy. Girl, calm down. What is your issue? But she ended up getting tied to with the Hottie crew. And again, this is nothing against the Hottie crew. I'm just telling this story. She ended up becoming in contact with the Hottie crew. What they did together, I don't know. Not my business. But I know one thing. Whoever was behind taking that first person, that first lady through there, they took her through there. They tried to do Doc Deb. Doc Deb was like, okay, it is what it is. Let me show you what is going on. You want to show pictures? Let me show you better pictures. Sean Davy Way get to talking. Then CPS is at his house. He do a live and he talks about it. So everything dies down. And then here comes Carlos. When the falling out happened between Joe and Carlos, it was on live, Facebook Live. Carlos was in a hotel room when Joe said he fired Carlos. I didn't know Carlos. I'm just in the background looking at this. They get into it. Carlos trying to tell him where the money went because Joe said that Carlos stole this money from him. So they going back and forth while Carlos is in a hotel room. Joe and Charles is sitting at a table going at it. Okay, so that dies down. Next thing you know, I come into play. I start doing Joe's Kitchen Nightmares. Something happened. Carlos falls into one of my lives. He joins the panel. We get to talking, and next thing you know, I can't get rid of this nigga. That's my little brother. Love him to death. Then you have a situation going on. I knew of a 20 dime. I just did not know 20 dime. So now I have Rasta reach out to me and say, hey, this lady Teresa want to tell her story about 20 dime. Who is Teresa? Teresa and my mom. Okay, now I got to go look them up. I see them on Facebook. All right, 2YT people. What's the story? They come on to my panel. They get to talking. We give 20 dime hell. From Doc Debbie, from me to whoever, not knowing the stories. We giving them hell because this lady said this is what you did to her. You owe her, twin. Giving twin hell. Next thing you know, Teresa blocks me, Carlos, Doc Dale, and some other cousins. Teresa get them making videos about us. So I said, damn, the little shit that twin said was right. Because we ain't did nothing to this lady because she got offended because one night we had church on live and we were just shooting the shit, having fun. But she got offended. So once she got offended, she had to go live and she had to make all type of videos about us because she said we were making fun of her. And it was never the case. So she didn't know us. All right. That happened. She blocks us. And exactly, we set up a Cash App for Teresa. Hey, y'all send her, y'all support her. Because she was like, I don't know what me and mama are going to do because we sitting up here and she was supposed to pay us. She only gave us $500 on our rent. And we sitting up here and we struggling. And that video had 8.4 million views. And Carlos was like, well, you know what? You got to give it another time before you get it. We went in on twin. Then whatever happened where Twin and Carlos have done business or whatever, outside of this, before any of this. You mean to tell me, so with all this stuff happened with Joe has lied about so much. I'm supposed to believe this one thing. And if Twin did it, that's why I said Joe stand on it. Then we'll know how to deal with Twin. We was on live one night and they said, no, Trina is Twin a dime. We went live and Carlos is here. Trina was on another panel and Twin a dime was on our panel. That's how we were able to prove the point that it was two different people. And I kept trying to say that it's two different people. And no, people like, no. That's the same one. The other Trina, that girl crazy as a biscuit. She's something else, a loose cannon. So it's like Joe.
Because Joe did build the illusion that Trina was Twin a dime. Yes, he did. He set that in motion. Yes. That Trina was Trina. He never corrected that. And that's what he does. He allows these images to come out and don't correct it.
And guess what, Nita? With the situations with Hottie Dem, and people are saying that Hottie Dem is doing this for him, guess what Joe can do?
Not correct it.
Didn't correct it.
Yup, not corrected. And I told them that.
And then he'll come back and say, well, I didn't say nobody's name. You can't do that.
And the thing is, when Hottie was talking to Joe, she was so sincere. And like I told Hottie, it was refreshing to hear you really hold this man accountable because everybody thought that you was just over there high-fiving him. And, go Joe, go Joe, go Joe. And that was not the case.
But Hottie had already told us that she had been doing that. And I guess none of us really believed that until we heard it for ourselves.
Exactly. And when we heard
it. I will also add that Hottie did not know the phone call was being recorded.
No, she didn't. She did not know.
So I believe her when she said that, that she, would tell Joe that it's not always just like an amen corner kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead.
Because I was just going to say at the end of everything that you're saying, he never cleared it up. And when he was saying, well, people going to come at you, they already coming, right? They done already showed up and camped out at their house. So it's like, you're not doing anything to deflect this. Because one of the things that Hottie always said to me, she was like, everybody thinks it's us. Like when Heidi used to say, we're not mods for Joe. And even in the back of my head, I was like, well, yeah, they got to be. But she was like, no, we don't mod for Joe. We mod for Charles, but we don't mod for Joe. And then here comes Andrew. We already knew Denise. And then Andrew showed his hand yesterday. So it's like, now you hear that call. You hear Heidi and Danny like, yo, we stand in the trenches for you, which I still don't understand. But we standing in the trenches, and the least you can do is throw us a bone. Give us some type of recognition, something. But carry on.
So that's what I mean, is that you have to think about everything that has transpired before we can jump and say, you know what, it's that person, it's this person. Joe never clears up who it is and who is not. Never.
And someone is asking, we need Twin and Joe on the panel so she can confront him and clear her name. But the thing is, Joe will not have a conversation with Twin, right? Like on the phone call, he said, you know, he just want to have these conversations and all that kind of stuff. Well, when people try to have the conversation, he's the one that runs. He doesn't want to have the conversation with people because Twin is willing to confront Joe. But Joe doesn't want that confrontation from Twin because then everything will be in the forefront. And all the lies he told his so-called friends is also going to be in the forefront. Joe don't want himself to look bad, although he makes himself look bad every fucking day.
He said that Heidi them was lying about him, saying that he said it was Twin. He said that. He said that. So my thing is like, you cannot take everybody out the picture. You still leave them in there, but you really have to think about what is being said, and especially on his part. And I'm gonna finish this video out. Let's see, we was halfway through.
He was not ready to speak the way you want them to. Like sometimes you gotta, one thing with you and
we'll let it play and then we'll rebuttal.
Sometimes I know you didn't like start this and that stuff with everybody, but you have to sometimes take accountability of other things you do and you say sometimes.
Oh, I do. I do. Just like I said, if she would have told me what I did wrong, I would have fixed it. I would have been just like I told y'all at the first. The beat on the phone she was talking about and stuff. I didn't like the beat on the phone. And I don't know if I told y'all or not. I didn't even like the Shake and Shimmy song. I didn't like it. That song was very irritating to me. Wow.
No, you didn't say that. No, you never said. They never said me that. I thought you.
I never liked the Shake and Shimmy song because I always was talking about this Shake and Shimmy shit. It went on too much for me. I do the shake, I do the shimmy, I do the shake, I do the whole goddamn song. It's like the beginning of it, you shake it and you shimmy it. And I'm like, I didn't like the fact, like it's like I just kept repeating myself over and over before the song even started. And then they told me, well, we can take some of it out. They took some of it out, but it still was a little bit too much for me. Now the other songs, the remix and all that other stuff, I was fan of those songs. I was okay with those. But that Shake and Shimmy, I could have cared. Then she said he didn't get paid for it. That's what she said. And that's the big.
I told you she said that. I've been telling her.
And then she gonna say, well, me and Bo Peep, the guy that recorded the songs, we left her out of it. We didn't leave her out of it. Me and her left Bo Peep out of it. We told Bo Peep we didn't think that he would, deserve any percentage of the money because I'm paying him already for the song. And then she took credit for that. Then she paid for everything. She got on the line up there. She paid for the Airbnb that we made the video in and everything. Girl, you a liar.
But the thing is, okay, whatever was paid for, it's not the problem. I feel like you kind of like, how could I put it? It's not you personally, but it's just the way you were handling it. And like, my thing is, I know you guys was doing business and you did together, whatever they had. discuss about y'all finances or whatever, how y'all was splitting it, the boundaries. That's between y'all. I would never ask somebody about their finances because I don't want to ask you about that. No, you made your bread. But the bottom line of it is, like I told you yesterday when we was on the call, I kept it real with you because I don't have to take this to no internet. We friends, we can talk on the phone. But you were dead ass wrong for inviting that girl to be in that video and then the producer said they only got to film you and Charles. I said that yesterday.
He said, yeah. Well, after Hottie just told him, you were wrong for inviting them, and the producers said that they weren't going to be in it, he said, yeah, well.
That's the part I feel like
I never saw if the person said that they was there to only film. They didn't say that they was only filming me and Charles. He said you was only going to do music and record a song for me and Charles. They were never supposed to be
filming. Listen to me now. I want you to listen to what I'm saying.
I'm listening.
That girl said that producer told her he wasn't filming her in the video. She was only filming you and Charles. And I think that's what kind of made it awkward. Because that ain't how you put things on this. If she's the artist and she was in that video and she was on that song or whatever situation just as much as you were, and y'all both contribute, you invited her to the shoot, she should have been shot. And I'm just keeping it real. Listen. I'm going to let you rebuttal, but I'm just trying to tell you. I think that plays the big part of why shit is going the way it's going now. You can go ahead and
so why I'm the person that takes...
He said, okay. Well, why am I the person
the blame for it?
That's getting the blame for it.
Now. So this is where I'll be telling you sometimes you have to look outside of how you feel and to understand and reconcile with other people. Because you just said how you at fault. You are the artist. You are the star. You did that song with her, not the people who shot the video. That is why you are to the blame. You are the bigger person in the whole entire project.
He never said that in front of me with Rachel.
He never told me that in front of Rachel. He never said this in front of Rachel.
Nigga, what?
Which could mean we could have had this conversation, but you just didn't say it in front of her. You didn't say it in front of her. You never told me this in front of Rachel. But we have already talked about it. But you just didn't say it in front of her.
They had that conversation. She was a damn lie. So, right. Why, if that was the case, why would I make them come? Why would I have them to come there if they want to go get filmed?
That's what I'm saying. You listen to a response. We trying to just make it make sense to you, and then maybe you can just go back and be like, maybe she deserved a conversation. Because the one I'm trying to get you to understand is she literally. My thing is, even if they didn't say it in front of you. But my thing is, if I invite you or anybody in my homeworld's house to do a video with me, especially when we all put in work for this music that's being shot in the video, I'm going to make sure everybody's good. And when they start acting weird and they're giving you that signal and saying that they was, damn thing when you kept on telling them to get the shot, you should have asked them what was the problem. Sometimes people don't just go out and tell people what's the problem because they don't want to, bring chaos to situations when it's trying to be beneficial. You need to stop just thinking of it as like you're not responsible because you didn't do the actual crime. But the bottom line of it is you invited her, so it was something you would make sure she got what she deserved to have when she came down. That's why I told you yesterday.
Mm-hmm. He said, after Hottie just told him, You should have made sure she got what she deserved. This nigga said, the fuck is that?
Oh, well, is what he's really saying. Oh, well.
Exactly. After he didn't sit up here for the last 45 minutes and told everybody else business, and when Hottie tells him the truth, that you should have made sure that she had a part in it, especially when she wrote the song, it was her song. You could have did this because you was working with them. That's just like, for example, if I'm working with Nita and Carlos give me an idea and Carlos say, do this, no, film it this way, we're gonna do this, I'm gonna write this part, and I don't include Carlos in anything, Carlos have every right to be upset. Every right.
Hey, cousin, didn't Rasta had like some words in there too? She was in the background singing.
Yes, absolutely.
She's on the track. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let this finish. It's almost 11 o'clock, y'all. I ain't had no sleep. Okay, let me let this finish.
And that's why I think a lot of it go left, because it's like, you don't care, you don't care, you don't care. But my thing is, now I'm not gonna hold you. I know you say Rasta Ray is your husband's friend versus yours, but reality of it is, you made her your friend the minute you used the term friend. So even if she was under your husband's friend, that became your friend when you said she was your friend in front of the thousands.
Yeah, I looked at her as a friend. That's what I'm saying. She went on social media and said that we were not friends. That's why I kept telling her, oh, don't forget, you said you ain't my friend, you're Charles' friend. She did that. I never said that we wasn't friends. But when she said that we wasn't friends.
What did he say the other day? What he just said at the beginning of this video when he got to talking about them, that they was what? Not friends. He wasn't friend with her. He wasn't friend with Twin. They weren't friends.
That's what he said.
Then he goes back and say, well, Rasta said that she was Charles' friend. She did say that. And that her and Joe became friends.
And then he said that Rasta owed him sympathy as his friend. When the best friend died, make it make sense. Like, you hold me to a standard, but you're not holding me.
How many likes we have, mods? We got 356 people in here. Where we at with the likes? Because if not, y'all know the Misty Cousins would crash the plane. But this is a good discussion. Now that we actually are sitting down and listen to everything that Joe has said, everything makes a lot of sense. Where he is saying one thing and people can, feel a certain type of way based off what he is saying. He didn't care about Hottie them. He did not care about Rasta. He did not care about Twin or whatever. But at the end of the day, they did the dirty work. They're the front and center. And he's sitting back at that table, fucking with them damn mats.
And cousin.
And he has no part in it.
Cousin, this phone call is them calling him. This not even a phone call when he calling and ranting and raving for free. This is them calling him. So imagine what else he said on every other phone conversation. This is just a tip of the iceberg.
And Hottie, if you're in here, I'm going to ask you one question.
She's on her live.
Oh, she's live? Okay. Well,
yeah.
But I just want to know, when he has called them and just had a deep conversation, did he speak about his finances? And he don't have to say, she don't have to go into details, but when he called them,
she told me
that he did to an extent. Yeah, he told me that he told her. She said that. I think this was on a live last night when she said that Joe basically told her that he made like $3,000 a month from YouTube.
He talked about his finances, right?
Yep.
Carlos, who else said that he does that?
Rasta,
yeah. Rasta
and who
said
else?
that.
And who else said that? Who else said it?
Twin.
He said
exactly. So the same conversation that he was having with Hottie, he was having with Rasta, and he was having with Twin about his finances. And so he had a conversation with Hottie. He discussed his finances. This nigga is trying to play everybody. He's trying to play everybody. And he get people that don't know exactly what's going on to go against each other. The people, his supporters, people that loves him. You know, my supporters, the people that loves me, you know, they know what's going on. Y'all don't know what the fuck going on with this man and who he talking to and what he's saying to them.
Cousin, I told Hottie and them that the girl Tia, the birthday party he went down to in Florida, she's a supporter and they're so in love. When has she ever spoken out for Joe? Where's she at? Why is she not being drugged through the trenches? She's a super fan. You know, where is she? Why is she protected? Because you came to her house. But, you know, he used Hottie and them and will continue to use them if they allow it. And I'm glad they woke up.
And so when he put out the fake flyer and said that he was going to make these motherfuckers work because we work for him, the only one he didn't get the work was me, baby, because I didn't give a fuck if you was there or not. I don't care. That's your business. But your mindset, you're not even thinking about how you can affect, by your name, can affect businesses. Your mindset is not even thinking, if I show up to this event, if I'm working with this person, how I will mess up this person's reputation based off the things I have said, things I have done. You just want to be known. You're not doing the work. You're not bringing anything positive. You just want to say, I'm famous. I don't want to be fucking famous. I want to be respected. Because people would know that the work I have done will speak for me and my character. So when people jump in this chat, cousin, how you feel? What you gonna pick a side? I ain't picking no side. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna think about this shit, and I'm like, you know what? It's some bullshit somewhere. But I know one thing, that my cousins and the people that know how I am and how I operate will understand where I come from and why I do the things that I do. And if you disagree, we can agree to disagree and we can have a conversation. But if you think you're going to keep beating me down while I'm sitting back observing everything, you go by your business, I go by my business. It's no hard feelings. And I'm not going to knock the other person down while I'm sitting back paying attention to stuff.
Cousin, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
It is.
From last week to now, it didn't take Danny 24 hours to take it after she said, screw it, to go in. And the thing is, even today, Hottie, the conversation from earlier, Hottie said that her and Joe agreed that they would just leave, I guess, on civil terms. And Danny said, basically, I'm taking it to hell. Danny said she's not finished talking about it. So you have two people that, well, let's just say Danny. You have Danny that's 10 toes down and 100 toes in, and she's disgusted. Yeah, so we're just starting to see the manifestation of what good sister Kadan Recap is going to give us.
Yeah,
and
I know a lot of people was expecting, because when I was on live earlier, I don't know who it was. They was like, I thought you, Carlos, and Rasta was going to take Joe out. I said, what we supposed to do? Meet up and jump him? Like, were we supposed to like tag team, like meet up and jump him? Only thing that me, not speaking for Carlos or Rasta, only thing I can do is discuss what I see on social media and what people bring to me. But guess what? It's old. I ain't got nothing to talk about. That's why I say after this weekend and we go through these recordings, I'm done. I'm trying to venture off. And I want to say this also for the 346 people that are listening. A lot of people are scared to stop talking about Joe, because when it comes to Joe, everybody tunes in. That's how they get their numbers. That's how they get, people to engage if they're seeing something about him. If y'all going to support us, whoever, when we talk about something else besides him and we trying to venture off from him, you guys got to step in and to support us. That's for me. That's for the trolls. That's for the apple bonnets. That's for the clippers. That's for humans are stupids, tea sippers, whoever, the people that have trying to get away from him. It's y'all that support us, got to be able to help us go into the next level and do other things. We stop talking about him because Joe depends on us. The people that I just named, he depend on us to keep him relevant. So when we stop talking about him, y'all got to back us up and help push the other content that we're trying to bring out.
Cousin, this weekend has showed that Joe's house of cards is falling. Like he's never been here before. He's been drugged, but this is a whole new level for him. So Joe is crumbling. We've watched him all year fall, his declination each month, but he's at his last straw. So Joe is phasing himself out, because once you lose arch supporters, some of those other supporters will see that they're not supporting him. Like everybody's seeing his real ugly face. He's no longer the victimless victim that he portrays himself to be. And we're seeing it in real time, and people already don't like him. So this has put a taste, like we all are clapping our hands that this is the end of him. This is the end. Like, yes, this is absolutely the end.
That's why I say, because think about it. Doc Deb mentioned today when I talked to her, she said, if I do a video about him, I'm getting thousands of views. When I change it up, I'm only getting the hundreds. So that's why I'm saying to the people, y'all, you have to support us when we do other stuff, because we're actually trying to move from him. Just Hit a Troll been posting different stuff. I've been working on the skits, and I'm trying to carry that storyline out. Tea Sippers with the Muppets. I love that. Humans Are Stupid been touching on other subjects. We are trying to do other things, but to keep us relevant, you guys got to support the stuff that we're doing without talking about Joe. Joe will go away if y'all support us when we do other things. We can go viral talking about him, and he knows that. He knows that. That's why he does the things that he's doing to stay relevant. And I'm going to play the rest of this video so we can get ready. I'm not going to crash the plane. We're going to land freely, and we'll be back tomorrow, because after this weekend, I'm done. Support me on what I'm doing. Support me with my skits. Support I'm Just Here to Troll. Muffets, Messy Muffets. Support Apple on what she's doing on covering other things. Support What Had Happened Friend on the things that she's doing. Support Miss 3D Live on the things that she covers. Support everybody that are not talking about him and want to do other things, because he's done. But we have to be one band, one sound, coming together. Support Pat on his stuff. His YouTube got taken because he was doing commentary on the damn bullshit ass movie Dinners with the Parkers. Support him on his TikTok, on his Facebook, to help grow it. Cousins, trolls, everybody. That's what we have to do. And once y'all get the sharing, and once y'all say, hey, go listen to them, I like them. You on social media, go to their page. Once y'all do it, it's up to y'all. We can leave Joe where he's at. So let's finish this video out, y'all, before we get ready to shut it down. And there's no shade to anybody. I just want everybody to be able to support one another and help us to move away from him. And so after tomorrow, I'm done. I ain't got nothing to say about Joe, but I'll do my skits and I won't mention him. How many likes we got, cousins? How many likes we got? Exactly, Sabrina. We leave him where he at. How did them took the neck off? It's up to us to bury that nigga. They cut the throat, took the neck off. 274. Okay, we got 338 people. We're going to finish this out. But y'all, that's all I'm asking. Let's finish this out. Especially, let me say this, especially on YouTube, Facebook, those are the channels that many of us are trying to grow on. If y'all not following us, follow everybody that I just named. Follow us. I don't know if Jen has a Facebook right now, but I'm pretty sure she'll start one. But follow her. I'm trying to build mine on Facebook. Of course, over here on YouTube. Y'all follow each other. That's all we got to do. Support one another. And when we post different content, y'all engage in it. Share it. That's how we get this line ass nigga out the way.
Then that's what I started saying. Well, you know what? You're right. Y'all are friends. We weren't friends. We were just business partners. But see, once the race still failed to realize, like, yeah, all of this happened and all of that went down. But I contacted Monster Race the next day was like, what's going on with you? Like, tell me what's going on. We can fix the problems. And I'm telling you, at first, I wasn't even going to let the video come out. I wasn't going to let the video come out because I did not like the video and I really did not too much like the song. So like I told her, she would have called me and she would have told me something different. Shut up, Lily. If she would have told me something different, it wouldn't even came
Let's
out.
get the 300 likes.
I promise you.
340 people up in here. Let's get the 300 likes, cousins.
I had Rock the Ray's best interest at heart. Like, I was actually trying to see what the problem, what's going on, what can we do to fix this problem. And she kept telling me throughout the whole time we had our talk and stuff, nothing going on. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at him. I'm like, okay, so we're cool. When I left the home, you bug.
Exactly,
we cool, everything cool. Yeah, everything cool.
We have to be patient and stay the course.
Okay, but like I told her when I got reneged, I said, but that's all that stuff that went on. That's what you couldn't tell me from the beginning. So I can't read lips. And I ain't trying, and I'm not going to try to read nobody's lips when you got a problem with you. You let me know that you got a problem with me.
I'm sorry, Kai. I said Caitlin.
Why do I got to figure it out? I don't have to figure it out. Tell me the problem and we can sit down and we can resolve it. I'm not going to be a psychic and say, okay, I know you feeling this way, so tell me how you feel. She didn't do that. She didn't express that. So that's why I was telling you that I said I didn't express it. I didn't care.
Yeah, I guess it really like whatever. Because at this point, I got blew out of proportion anyway. But like I was gonna say, okay, my thing is, you said it was never conversations, and then the one y'all did here, she said she wasn't mad. She was mad at the producer.
It was two of those conversations.
Yeah, so my thing is, she was reaching out to you outside of some two conversations. It seemed like to me she was reaching out to you multiple times. She never respond.
Never.
I basically said it. And hold on, let's hear what I'm saying. She said she was reaching out to you multiple times. And then sat there and ignored it and everything. And I guess that's when the social media came about. This basically like, if you're not hearing me on the back end, let's see if you're going to hear me on the front end. It's like,
girl, bye. I was reaching out from her since day one after they had left, because they left. And like I said, I didn't know all this stuff that was going on. Only thing I heard was them had the conversation about her recording. All that other stuff about her not recording with me and all that other stuff, I didn't have no clue of none of that stuff. I called Rachel, and like we would always do, I would text her, but I couldn't call her. I would text her. She didn't return my call back. She kept not returning my call back. I had Rolandis to call her phone in order for her to answer the phone that day. So when I kept calling her phone, she wouldn't answer. And I had Rolandis to call her phone, and she picked up the phone that day. And that's when me and her had the first little outburst. That was the first time. But she wouldn't answer none of my telephone calls. But that's what I'm telling her. I said, so why you avoiding me? That girl telling a lie. She telling a lie. I promise you she is. I didn't have nothing to give her. I wasn't even mad at her for me to avoid her telephone call. I wasn't mad at her, period. She was mad. She was not answering none of my calls from my cell phone or my text messages. And that's why I was mad at her when Rolandis called her, she answered. And I'm like, oh, so you took up the phone when Rolandis answered. I said, but when I call your phone, you don't answer. She's like, I've been busy. I've been working. I was like, okay, all right. I was like, but we need to have a talk. And she's like, well, what we need to have a talk about? I said, about this stuff going on. I said, what's going on with you? What's wrong? And she just like, man, she's like, ain't nothing wrong with me. And they said, you know what? I'm gonna tell you what's wrong. I thought that nigga was for you. He ain't for you. He talks to me like this. He talks to me like that. That's what he told me. So I said, I didn't have no clue. I ain't got no clue. Well, he never told me that he said that stuff to her. Now, the conversation that he told me about is that the one that
Lisa Charles would never wake up.
About him recording the video. Other than that, I ain't never heard nothing. She never expressed that to me that she couldn't be in the video. This is my first time hearing that.
Yeah, you know what? I just feel like in that moment when it was happening, I feel like if I'm at the end of the shoot and I'm shooting my video and the people that's supposed to be in there, I ain't saw them film one time, that's when I would have started speaking up, asking questions. If that
I didn't have a clue because guess what? They were outside. I didn't know what they were doing outside. I was in the chair getting hair and makeup done.
He didn't have a clue. But go ahead, Joe.
The whole damn time. I didn't know if they was filming or I didn't know what they were doing. I didn't even know Rolandis was filming.
That's what I was.
He didn't know Rolandis was filming, but Rasta made it clear that when he got there, and Snowline made it clear that when they got there, he was sitting on the couch. He was wondering why Rachel wasn't getting filmed. Okay, it's almost over.
Talking to them, I was saying, like, when you had a producer in production, and you see even if you getting ready or change your outfits or whatever throughout the video, and I done been in a real set before, and I know you have multiple times. You just did a whole movie and everything as well. So one thing with that is the only reason why I'm not saying you knew about what the conversation was that he said stuff about not being able to be in the video. But what I will say, it was you being oblivious to the fact.
How many likes we have?
323
people. Let's get to 300.
And then my thing is,
as the person as the artist who did the remix with the person, that's what I would have been like. Why she haven't shot yet to the producer? If that makes sense.
Taj, I'm not fooling with you.
Yeah, and I think that's what it was. It was like you didn't speak up. You didn't say nothing. You didn't make a problem, but you also didn't solve one. If that makes sense.
I didn't think it was a problem to be solved. Like I said, when she came in there, when she was talking to him, she was trying. He cool. I think he got your back. I think he the one for you. This is all that was said to me. And now I think he the one. I think he cool. I think he, and then after.
All right, that's that. So I'm gonna get ready to shut it down, and I'll be back in the morning to be able to finish what happened today. What you were saying, Carlos?
Yeah, my thing is, right, if Rasta's your friend, you don't know what's going on outside. But when Rasta left, you also didn't call to figure out what was going on. Nor did you say, hey, where's Rasta at? Why is Rasta not a part of this? I'm going to stick up for my friends. If my friends are supposed to be a part of something that I said they're going to be a part of, that's what is going to happen, especially if I'm the main person involved with it. So Joe can say all this stuff. He could, say what he's saying, but he's shown himself who he is. And he's not a loyal friend. He knows no loyalty to anybody. And he's going to get exactly what he deserves, and he's getting it. It's like he's saying his health is failing him. That's because he's getting exactly what he deserves. And I said this last night, that he should be trying to do everything he can to make things right with people that he can, because he doesn't know how long he has to live. He didn't all of a sudden just get congestive heart failure over the past couple of weeks. That's something that Joe Ben had. And one of these days, that congestive heart failure is going to give out on him.
And Carlos, you know what too?
Tonight,
the little girl that was in the kitchen was Rasta's girlfriend's daughter. So you knew Rasta's girlfriend's daughter was in there, but Rasta was nowhere to be found. Good night.
Yeah. And I'm, y'all, the conversation, that's one reason why I really wanted to sit here and break things down, because when they played it last night, we just listening to bits and pieces. We weren't catching everything that this man was saying. That's why I'm like, when you think about it, yeah, we could feel this way about one person. Oh yeah, they behind it. But just think about his behavior, his actions, how he moved. I'm not saying Joe did not have help. Listen, I'm not saying that Joe did not have help in doing what he did. I'm just not sure if it came from either parties. I'm thinking it's somebody that we don't know about. That's all I'm saying. That's how I see it. I'm not thinking that grown adults at the age of 30 plus is sitting here plotting and say, well, let's play make believe. Because if my friends tell you, you did not clarify that we didn't do this, and he goes silent, and then you have another friend, and we'll go through the text message. We'll go through that all tomorrow. and you have this other friend say, hey, you put me in this shit, fix it. And he's like, girl, fuck you. That's what I'm saying. It's not making sense. So not saying that he didn't have help. We just don't know where the help came from. But cousins, I love y'all. I do have to get ready for bed because y'all know my ass been up 4 hours in the car. Chief, I love you. Chief.
Good night.
Praying for you. Praying for all of the cousins. And again, y'all, for us to be able to move from other platforms, because people have said this, you know, once you talk about Joe, it's hard to move away from that. You guys have to support us. Everybody that's trying to do something different, it's up to y'all to help get us away from Joe. And once we get away from Joe, because after this weekend, I'm not talking about him. We'll finish it out tomorrow and I'm done. But support everybody that is moving away from him. And let that nigga sit outside and play with Charles, making mud pies. You feel me? But other than that, cousins, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We gotta. It was a wonderful laugh. Good night, cousins.
Yeah, hit the button, go up, new guest, pop up, comments like spill, back up, but we grown here, we don't stuck up. She like run your side, don't cap, if it weird, I'ma say that. Little T, little truth, little payback. If you lying, whole chat, gon' play back. Split screen, but the focus on her. Side eye sharper than a curve. You can act cute, you can act hurt. If it sound off, she gon' check it on air. Messy cousin on live, yeah. Tapping, messy cousin call it out when it's capping. It's messy, but we grown and we laughing. She gon' say what it is, what it isn't, what happened. Messy cousin on live, yeah. Tapping, whole feed tuned in, they reacting. If it's some bullshit, she blasted. Messy but no drama, that's the caption. Don't play dumb, run it back. You said what? And who's chat? Receipts in a folder, stack. She don't do sneak, she asked. Why you ghost her? Spin back. Why you store? You match that. She don't scream, she don't overact. Just one look, turn a flex to a flashback. Pink comment, she ate. Guess when? Heart rate, view count, you going insane. But we keep it clean, no hate. Laugh break, little clap, little sip. Next call, she flip. If you keep it real, you lit. If you tell lies, you clip.
Little bit petty, little classy, keep it in the chat. Never tacky, we could talk wild. Still family, you could be wrong. Still happy. Late night, same screen, same color.